wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. There's darkness, my old friend. You get me till that's the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I can't pretend that I have a strong intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine. And I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine. And I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire.
The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. I'm reaching out, but all I feel is hollow. I wanna make you work, but all I do is make you worse. The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me more? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me You used to stop this world from spinning. Like Superman, you were the only one to find the strength in all that I was dealing with. This life like kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall too deep, be right when I wait to save me. A superhero in your a superhero in You called my soul when I was falling. You moved the cross to stop me from hitting the ground. And every goal there was a meaning. For this love ain't kryptonite. And if you keep me close, every minute in this hourglass you hold. Oh, 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 and when I fall too deep, be right when I wait to save me. A superhero in your sleep. A superhero in your sleep.
wrapped around your soul with no control. You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. When I look behind, it's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. Darkness, my old friend, you get me at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. Ah, I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. Darkness, my old souls began to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine. And I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire. On this journey we will find our souls begin to intertwine. Your heart of gold, so pure, divine. And I lost myself within the fire, breaking free from my desire. A heart of gold forged to inspire. It's starfire. It's starfire.
Smoke exists, he doubles up, can he get the triple?
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Legion Africa Cup, brought to you by Legion by Lenovo. My name is Arshi, and I'm going to be continuing being your host for this tournament. I'm joined today by two very talented analysts. We have Sami, aka Flip, and we have Mohammed, aka Chiquito. And before we get to know our analysts, let me just remind you about the $50 that is up for grabs to be added to your Steam wallet. All you have to do is go on gaming.lenovo.com. You can either post a clip from the broadcast or you can go and vote for your favorite team. And while you're there, why not check out some other offers? All right, so our analysts are here and we're eager to know about their New Year's. How was the New Year's for you guys?
Very, very, very nice. It was really amazing. We witnessed a lot of good games as well in the Arabic region. So,
Well, Chiquito, I know you are new to the English panel. At least we've had you in the past 2 weeks for the Arabic panel. It's great to have you here.
Thank you so much. I would like to thank you guys for having me for the English casting. And yeah, the New Year was amazing actually. Nothing feels better than gathering with the family and watching some amazing games.
Exactly. What better way to start the new year by watching some epic games from the Africa region? And of course, we've had some insane games from the Arabic side as well. But first, let's get to know a little bit about our new analyst, Chiquito. We've already gotten to know Sami, who is a very talented esports player in CSGO as well. But Chiquito, tell me a little bit about yourself.
Well, I started playing CS since like 2010, and I've been professional after like growing up in the gaming industry by 2 years, like in 2012. Then gathered with my ex teammate Sami.
Oh,
we've
you
been
guys
playing,
are teammates.
yeah, we've been playing for almost like 10 years together.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So I
You-
think everyone in CSGO knows each other. It's like a big family.
Yeah, it's like a big family. We're like big family, big friends. We always gather up in the weekends, play tournaments with each other. We even do like mini tournaments between each other, like pitch in and win some tournaments. Yeah.
Well, we're so excited to get to know what kind of rivalry is going on here between you guys. But before we do that, let's go ahead and check out the schedule for the tournament. So for the qualifiers, we have indeed already done with this. We have already continued for Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. And coming up after the qualifiers, we have the playoffs schedule. For Egypt, Morocco, Tunisia, they've already completed day 1, 2, and 3, which was on the 27th, 28th, and 29th of December. And now we're going to be starting for South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria, which will be today, day 1, 10th of January. Day 2 will be 11th and 12th of January. And after that, of course, we have the finals schedule, which will consist of the quarterfinals, semifinals, and the finals. For Egypt, Morocco, and Tunisia, it will be on the 4th, 5th, and 6th of January. And South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria will be on the 17th, 18th, and 19th of January. And of course, for Egypt, Morocco, and Tunisia, they've already completed their final schedule. So they're just waiting on us to catch up, and surely we will. And they've already seen how they played. So hopefully they'll be taking some tips from them. And last but definitely not least, we have the grand finals, which will take place on the 20th of January. So this grand finals will consist of any region, any team, the best of the best. And it will be broadcasted in 2 languages, both in English and in the Arabic. All you have to do is look for the link in the description below during the grand finals, and you can switch between both languages. So you guys have seen the schedule, and you've seen how the Arabic competitors have played. Do you think that South Africa has a chance in terms of the English?
coming into
Broadcast?
the Arabic region, Morocco, Tunisia, and Egypt, they actually have really good, insane individual talent. Very, very nice aim, crisp aim, I would say. Uh, However, the team that have reached the grand final is Nasser Esports. Is an overall amazing team. They have a very huge international experience in the tournament scene. They have actually won a couple of good tournaments in the Arabic region, so they are not a team to be underestimated. They are really good. They have the good experience, good individual skills, and they have really good tactics. Right now, the whole playoff scene, they have not showed us one plan coming into the playoff scene. They have not showed us any plan, any special plan in their playbook. So, what I think is that South Africa, Kenya, Nigeria really have a really strong contender, that is Nasr Esports. Not saying that they won't win, but it's gonna be very tough for them. their key into coming into the playoffs is actually their strategy playbook. They have really good strategy. They play together. They know how to actually play the game by textbook. But is that going to be enough for Nasser?
Well, as we know, Nasser Esports has been a favorite for a very long time. And even from the beginning, when we asked who's going to make it, you guys told me Nasser Esports, they're the one for sure, no chance. And well, let's see what the prize pool is that possibly Nasser Esports could be going home with. First place, we have that whopping number right there. Mohammed, can you read that number for me? First place.
First place is $12,000.
That is a lot of cash. $12,000. In second place, we have $5,000, and third place, we have $3,000. It's not just the money on the line. It's the respect. It's the dignity. It's putting your name out there.
Legacy.
It's the legacy. It's a lot on the line here for our players. I've already asked Sami what you would buy if you were winning this prize pool, but what about you, Mohammed? What would you buy if you had a chance to win the Legion Africa Cup and get your hands on that prize pool?
Honestly speaking, I would upgrade my computer and I would go professionally, as in like international gameplays, tournaments. I will try to do my best and like succeeding in being a good gamer, an amazing gamer, I would say.
All right, well, that's a really good answer. Sami had a very similar answer. I can see why you guys
Can he
are...
repeat his answer? Previous answer?
Would you like to repeat?
My answer?
Yeah.
I would like to actually invest into a new gaming PC, just stream. Just casual streaming, not like full time. For fun, I would say.
That for fun is a good enough reason for me. Let's go and check out the regions that we're going to be seeing for today. We are going to be having South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. So this is the best of the best that we've seen so far. Who do you think is going to come on top, Sami? Since you already know about the teams so far,
South
give me
Africa.
one team from
For
these
sure.
three regions.
For sure, it's gonna be South Africa.
South Africa.
Yeah.
All right. Well, hopefully we're going to see Kenya and Nigeria prove you wrong, because it's happened, right? It's happened when we've said this team is definitely going to make it, and they haven't. But let's just check out the playoffs and let's see who is against who exactly. We have ATK Academy versus Nibble Hayes, Regicide Gaming versus Illicit Esports, White Rabbit Gaming versus Terra Esports, Royalty versus Nabi, the very, very famous Nabi that's been talked about a lot, DMNK Esports versus Tenacity, Goliath Gaming versus the Mayo Addicts, my fan favorite, the Mayo Addicts has to be, the VYBN Esports versus 80K, the comeback winners 80K, and Bravado Gaming versus GP2 AIM. So what do we think about the playoff schedule? Do you think that it's fair? Do you think that they have equal chances of winning? Or do you think that some teams really stand out?
Now, looking into the playoff schedule, we have 16 teams that are ready to battle it out in the playoff schedule. Now, do I think that they have got it to reach the grand final and play against Nasser? I think only one team or two teams can actually do it. We have Nabi, who showed us really great CS, but we just seen only one map for them playing, or two maps.
Exactly.
So it's not really enough to actually showcase that talent. However, we have Bravado. Bravado is a really big name in this South African scene. So we have good names. However, do we have the talent to actually win this tournament? It's really hard. It's really hard because Nasser has it all. South African, they think more than they aim, which is a really this is the game is all about brains. If you have game sense, if you think, you're gonna win. It's more than aim. So the playoff is really tricky. You can't just judge from now. You can judge from quarterfinal and semi-final. That's when the real heat starts. Right now, I'm a little bit mixed.
All right. Well, perhaps if I tell you what the map is, you'll get a better clue on what kind of gameplay we're gonna get today. And I believe the map for the next match is going to be drumroll Inferno.
I was just about to tell you. Please no.
You know how it is. It's expect the unexpected. We do indeed have Inferno. What do we think about this map?
Inferno is a it's a map that everyone knows how to play on it. You have almost 90% of the CS community knowing how to play Inferno. However, Inferno is a bit complex than that. Inferno really depends on utility usage in the game. How to save your utilities, how to use them effectively to actually gain your zone control. So I don't know how to actually think of playing Inferno other than just playing really smart and play together as a team. You need to really know how to use your utilities. Would you disagree?
No, I don't disagree. I totally agree.
Look, Inferno has really good a lot of angles. We know that. We have banana control where you need to take it with utility. However, however, do we have actually on both teams? Do we have that offer that could really change the course of the game? Because the offer, as we know, really does create opening chances in the game. The opening kills actually can cancel out many plans that the T side cannot do. So Inferno is a complex map. Don't mistake it for a public map or just like a random map. It is a really a complicated. You need to actually how to be aware, fully aware of really retaking the zone, pushing out when there is a blind spot, these kind of situations.
Well, I have to clarify for our viewers about our little chuckle there. I would like to give a shout out for Hope the Beast, Adam, who couldn't be with us for the rest of the tournament. However, this was his favorite map, and he always stressed on banana control in Inferno. So, Shakito, I'm going to hand it over to you. Can you stress the importance of banana control in a map like Inferno?
Well, banana control basically is one of most of the important areas in the map. Well, you need to always take control of it, either from the CT side or the T side, because one of the sides, if they took control of it, they're gonna have the bigger advantage of it. Because, for example, the T side, if they took control of banana, they can execute both sides, which is A and B. It's gonna be an easier executions for them. Well, for the CT side, they're gonna have a better vision, better control, where a one player can only play in B and they can stack up in A, which banana control is one of the important areas to take control of. But it's going to be useless for the T side if they took control of it and they don't have any utilities, because utilities is one of the important factors of the map. You need to execute it well. You need to enter it well. If it didn't happen, you're going to lose the side.
All right, with that being said, what do you think is going to be the pace of this game?
Base, as we've seen in the South African scene and Kenya and Nigeria, they love to actually play it out, start slow, try to take control at ease, not really be impatient. They're really patient. That's what I really love about their gameplay. So I think it's gonna be like a slow-paced game coming on.
Is that what we're hoping for?
I hope.
Extra time, fingers crossed. No, wait, the curse. We're not going to do it.
Yeah, we're not gonna do
I recently learned about the curse, and apparently I've been triggering it the whole time, but we know better. So this time we're going to hope that we're going to have a really good game and we're going to have solid points from both sides. With that being in mind about Inferno, do you think that the teams are probably overusing a map that they just know too well and they're not taking enough risks? Is that a positive or a negative for them?
I don't blame them for them trying to actually overuse Inferno, because as we've seen, all the teams are really comfortable playing this map. So you wouldn't want to play a map that you're not comfortable on, and you need to play like you need to actually like have your chemistry going on. So it's Inferno. I wouldn't blame them. However, it's not a risk to take in Inferno. However, it's a plus sign. It's a positive sign, because both of them know how to play Inferno. Both of them are comfortable. Both of them know the utility usage, rotation-wise, when to rotate, how to aim, angles. So I think it's 50-50 chance for both of them. They're both comfortable playing it. ATK Academy showed us also really good Inferno in the past.
All right. Well, what if we were supposed to pick CT or T side? Which one do you think
CT.
is more beneficial?
City.
Do you agree, Shakito?
Yeah, I agree. I almost said I disagree, but yeah, as a teamwork wise and synergy, City side would be the best option.
Are you sure you're not just saying that because you wanted to be friendly
He
here?
wants to
Because we
find the
want,
Oh
reason.
we
no,
want
I'm trying to
rivalry.
find the reason, but I couldn't find anything so far. No, I totally agree with him.
Totally
I'll
agree.
give him this chance.
All right. Well, in the past, when we've had the games of Inferno, we've seen the importance of hopping in this map. And unfortunately, in the games that we've had so far, we haven't really seen the players take advantage of that. Do you think that we're going to be seeing it here, or do you think it's something that they're going to be keeping for later?
I haven't seen any superstar offers in the game in the region so far. Like it's really important to have a player that continuously create opening spaces in the map every round. Like a round he goes banana, next round he goes like ups. Like he have to be like unpredicted as hell. Like he have to not be readable by the opponent team. Just be like a distraction or be like a nuisance in the map. So I haven't seen that so far. I would really love to see it. Maybe they have been hiding their playbooks and they will show it now. I hope so.
I'm glad that you mentioned that about hiding their playbooks because you did mention that Nasser Esports you haven't really seen
You
the
haven't, we
boom.
haven't seen anything.
You haven't
Right
seen
now,
anything.
it was only just playing default,
Basic
uh,
CS.
basic CS. Flash for me, I'll peek. Just normal communication playstyle. The real Nasser, the real Nasser is very scary. I'm telling you.
So you know they're holding
I
back. This
know, I
isn't
know.
just their
I have
basic
seen them.
strategy.
My friends have played against them. I have played against them one time. They're really not an easy team. Uh, not not a team that to be underestimated. They have what it takes to actually not only win this tournament, the LAC, but they have a chance to actually prove in the big stages.
All right. Well, hopefully that's what we're getting from the English broadcast as well. People holding back their strategies. But do you think that's too cocky of them? Because
Not
that
cocky.
holding back their strategies means that they know they're gonna win. They're confident they're gonna win, and they're keeping it for the finals. But doesn't that show too much of a risk, or do you think they're doing it the right way?
Look, if you are holding your playbook and not showing it, it's good. Because when you're playing in a tournament, a prestigious tournament like LAC, every game is broadcasted. Every match is gonna be in the history. So you can revisit that game and watch what the enemy team can do. So if you're not gonna show that, you're not gonna be predictable in in the game, in the match. So let's say you have like 4 or 5 plans where you do like these are your top 4 or 5 plans that gets you amazing rounds. Let's say if you don't show them until you show them now, you're gonna be a surprise to them. That's really good. It's not cocky, it's actually smart. That's my opinion.
Do you agree with that, Shakito? Do you think the playoffs is the time to stay with the basic play, or do you think now is the time to show the strategy, to show the playbook?
Well, I 50% agree with him because the playoffs basically is best of one, which is risky for the team. And if you keep on hiding your strategies, you can lose in the best of one. It can be like it's like a 50-50 chance for you to either win or lose the game. Well, I'm not saying like you have to show them your entire book because the leader should be unique. His thoughts should be unique. He can create any ideas, everything, but the main what Sam is trying to say is like the main plans which the team cannot encounter it. It's better to hide it.
All right, well, we're going to see very soon if our teams are going to be hiding their strategies or they're going to be playing the real deal. But for now, let's take a look at the logos of the teams that are playing next. It is ATK Academy versus Nibble Hayes. Now, what do you think about these spicy logos here? We did talk about logos a lot in the
lot, yeah.
qualifiers because that's all we knew about the teams. We were still trying to be introduced to them.
What do you
So, what do I think?
think? Nibble?
I am not sure. I know ATK Academy is a monster. I do
Yeah.
know that.
They're really good.
They are pretty good, but Neighbor Hayes could take it as well. It's anyone's game here.
I'm going with ATK actually. My prediction is ATK.
ATK
They're
Gaming.
gonna win it. Yeah.
Do you have prediction based on rounds as well? Can we be a little more precise since we're already
Let's go for
we're in the playoffs? So you gotta be a bit more precise.
16-6, I would say. 16-5.
Oh my!
16-6.
So a massacre is that what you're saying? Massacre on behalf of ATK.
ATK has a really good team.
Yeah.
They're really experienced. Young players, they're really good. I've seen them, I know about them, and I studied about them in the past. They're really good. They have really good CS. ATK is a very good name in the scene. So I would say ATK all the way.
What about Chiquito? I know these teams are new for you, but based on the logos, based on the hype that you've heard so far, give me a prediction. Just we won't hold you onto it. Don't worry.
I would say
No
Nibble.
pressure. Nibble Hayes.
Yeah,
Okay, I
because
like that.
I like their logo. I like the color of the logo.
Fair
Uh,
enough. Fair enough. Well, I'll accept that. No worries. All good. I have news that the game is indeed ready. So we're just going to go jump over to our casters. Goals in lighter. Take it away, guys.
Welcome back to the Legion African Cup. It is 2022. What a way to start it off with the banger. Joined by me is Golsey. How you doing?
Oh, good new tools. Thanks for that introduction. As always, yeah, fresh and good after the holiday period. Looking forward to some CS. I'm really stoked that we get to see some teams all around Africa competing for the big money and ultimately here competing. You know, as early as what's the date? Yes, 10th of January. Tools, and we're getting some great CS. What more could you want?
Yeah. Especially ATK Academy up against Nibble Hayes. I think both of these two teams are at similar skill levels, I'd say. ATK Academy being recently brought up with a few players here and there. You got Blaze in the service, so they got a bit of confidence and a bit of experience too on the side of Nibble Hayes. They've been fasting through the ESL League, so as well as them, they've been here and there getting better and better. They'll be starting on the CT side on Inferno. It's a map we all love and adore, one of the easiest maps to play. So I do agree with the desk on that point. So, goals. Any predictions from you?
Yeah, look, I mean, I'm gonna have to go with the ATK Academy. I mean, again, Blaze Factor is just too much of a big one for me. You know, the team is strong. We know that this is a team that's upcoming in the local scene, and I certainly think that they've got what it takes to take the Nibble Hayes. I do think that this game is going to be a lot closer than the 16-5, 16-6 predictions that we got. But hey, I mean, I am kind of leaning towards the side of ATK. 16-10, I think, is going to be the score. Double digits for the Hazes.
Double digits. I was about to go for the same. I'm going to say ATK are going to take this, but narrowly. Maybe like a 16-12, 16-13. Double digits is the way to go forward. So on the side of ATK, it's Blaze, Bam, Milky's, Falls, and Vaynant, a proficient aimer as well. Falls also had a stint in WLG and in previous organizations as well. Yeah, it is a strong team. So they're going to be looking to just start their campaign with some success. But it is a best of one. Anything can happen in a best of one, especially on Inferno. If your CT side doesn't get going nice and early and get economy under your feet, it could fall apart. So we're gonna have to see how the teams deal with that obstacle. But on the side of Nibble Hayes, was it? No, it wasn't Deza. I thought Deza was on the side. On the side of Nibble Hayes, it's Dazo, K, Joshi, No Fazy. They've got a few in their roster, so we're gonna have to see who the actual starting five is. So it's nice to have an abundance of players in any case. But any thoughts on that?
No, look, I mean, clearly the favorites have to be ATK Academy. I mean, they've got the names. These guys have all played in like top tier organizations across in South Africa. Of course, Nibble Hayes, like another. These are both two like formidable organizations, right? ATK, obviously, in the history of CS specifically, a lot stronger. And I mean, I think it speaks to even the rosters today. But both teams really good in how they represent themselves, and ultimately they're going to have a good roster on the field. So I hope ATK don't underestimate them. I hope ATK come with their basic strats that they need. I don't think they're going to be revealing anything too flashy, but I think at this point, the fundamentals of what's going to matter, and I do think that ATK have the experience, they've got the expertise, they've got the aim, and they've ultimately got what it takes to get it over the line here in the playoffs.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see if Nibble Hayes want to, lead from the front, start the game off nice and hot, fast pace, just to throw ATK off their feet. Maybe so. One way to just disrupt organization of a team is just to throw a few spanners in. But we've been told we're jumping straight into the matchup. It is Inferno, so it's gonna be a cracker. And let's go. Pistol round, Golsey, take us away.
Yeah, Nibble Hayes, we've got K, we've got Fazy, we've got Pluxel, we've got Zycy and Tough. These are rough names, probably Smurfs, but Falls, Blaze, Vaynant, Malkies, and Bam on the side of ATK Academy. And now we do have early banana control being established here. CTs are falling back, getting pressured, and on the retreat, too quick. Headshots go the way of Nibble Hayes. That was disgusting. And now 3 versus 4 situation. You can see that we're looking for that information, and Zycy runs past the enemy. He gets taken out and spotted, and just like that, ATK Academy punished the aggression, and now it is a 3 versus 3, and things have reset your tools.
Yeah, they got some utility. One smoke left. It is base going towards Boiler. And they're going to looking to recreate an opportunity towards the A side. They have the man advantage if you look at the numbers, and already K's been taken out. It's troughed down into pit. He's going to have to go huge to save this team. Oh, unfortunately, he gets run down. Too many man. The bump should be going down. And what a recovery from ATK. Just slowing the play back down, just rethinking their options, and eventually collapsing into this A site, which couldn't hold, unfortunately. But Brox, that's the second kill of the round. Okay, he's putting his hand up. to try and eke out this pistol round. He's been moving in. The smoke is going to create a bit of an obstruction. Could even create him some support. He has no kit, so he's trying to look for the second player, trying to isolate these 1v1 duels. And this was a dangerous smoke to work with, but I assume he's going to go down eventually. There's not much bullets to work with. The bomb is sticking faster and faster. And it's just too many angles to deal with. And ATK pick up the first pistol round. Got a bit dicey there, Nibble Hayes. I think some of those kills
That man,
should decide the force or not.
yeah, I just want to say that man has stronger wrist than mine, man. That was some insane flicking, and it was pinpoint accurate as well. He was really looking for that situation where he makes the ditch player peak, gets that kill, and ultimately converts the round. Beautiful play from him, baits him out nicely. Just unfortunately too little too late there. A lot of pressure on Ploxel, but Little Hayes start off strong. Unfortunately, ATK are able to cross it over the line, and now they've got a wealth of utility weapons and stuff to boot. It's a bit of a force fire here coming out of the CTs as well. Obviously, missing quite a bit, but the first frag goes the way of H Academy. Quickly trade, though, by Toffee's bought that gun. And I mean, an even trade at this point, Tools certainly in favor of the CTs with this weakened weaponry, and ultimately should be able to get a gun for their troubles. Oh, and it is tough. The danger man, the man that gets the entry, is going to be looking for the flank. He is slowly but surely approaching. Bam, he almost whiffs it, but he gets the job done. 2 quick kills for his team, instantly retreats, and this is going to pressure the T's to start moving forward, to start making a plan and find something. But no, it is top again with another frag, and that is 3 for the round. He's standing up tall, Tools. He's what you needed here if you are the Nibble Hayes fan, and ATK Academy here with this full purchase, going to collect this bomb. 2 versus 4. They've got the guns to win this round, but numbers are in the favor of Nibble Hayes, and if they are smart, they'll be able to just split things up. And you could see now they are going to move another player over towards that B side to have the full control of middle. So this execute is going to be met with some sort of resistance now. It is Ploxel on this Eagle, looking to spam through the smoke. They know his position. Oh, the player boosted gets killed. He's isolated as well, and they're not peeking together, Tools. And now Lawrence is down, and suddenly this is really swung in the favor of ATK. And no, a dirty spam there from Vaynant into the smoke of Grave, and this just fell to pieces here for Nibble Hayes. My man, if you're tough, you must be disappointed. He's gonna have to probably get the ace here, but no, it's his head taken off, and it's all up to Zeissy now, and he's looking for that dig, and he's unable to land it. And just like that, calm as you like, ATK Academy here, just showing their class and just down methodical. Perfect util place, perfect 2v3-4 situation, a little bit of a lucky kill through the smoke, one could say, but you make your own luck, Tools.
Yeah, I 100% agreed. One back-to-back beautifully played round just to recover on the back foot as well. When you speak about ATA Academy, that's the experience, you could say, coming through from the likes of Vaynant, Falls, and Blaze and Marquis and Bam, right? They're able to clinch back those rounds, bring them back in your favor, despite the disadvantage they had that previous round. Despite the advantage of the previous round, it was all down to the weaponry advantage, the way they use the utility to move into that B side. Getting the bomb down on the B side, you could work with this disadvantage, even if it's 2 versus 4. The only thing Nibble Hayes could have done differently is just hedge their bets, move the utility towards that B side rather, and recover. But yeah, quick and easy. The previous round, we could jump into the meat and potatoes, the gun round. Everybody has the bells and whistles they need. Let's see how it plays out. Some utility being dispatched towards Banana. The battle has continued and forever will throughout this matchup. Some good grenade damage as well.
Certainly.
It's going to deter them away, as you can see. Yeah, they even decided to forfeit top Banana due to that utility damage, but that just forces them to stand strong. You could see they're digging into that B bomb side, meaning this A bomb side, if it collapses, there's no chance to retake. So Toff needs to go huge beam. Dink, he has to double back. And do they act upon that Dink? Yeah, Bam's going to move forward. He tries to evade the grenade. The flashbangs do justice, but you're running out of bullets, Bam. You need to hunt your prey. He eventually gets to flip, but he gets taken out. And Toff stands tall, moving to the USP. And that's what I mentioned. As soon as the A bomb side collapses, there's no chance for a retake. 2 versus 4, Plox and K. Yeah, decision has been made to save it for another day. And just by winning Banana control, they've won the round, you could say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that nade displaces them, and they just have no information. It keeps the side, the CT side, defense, honest and true. 3 and 2 splits. Unfortunately, that I love the pressure that ATK put on them towards that bulk area. You could see that players were emptying their clips, and it was just a really small window there of opportunity to catch the player Haystack, to catch the player Pit, and they just commit to the play and ultimately make it look easy. And 8 Academy here with a strong start. I'm really liking some of the mechanics I'm seeing out of Nibble Haze, but it just seems one or two decisions, things might have looked a little bit different, but unfortunately you see 8K sail away with the 4-0 lead here, and on the T side, you've got to be happy if you're them, but of course, a little bit of an expected result here.
Yeah, look, I'm gonna go ahead and change my suggestion at who's gonna win.
Whoa,
It's gonna be single digits. I think. Can you not? Is it too late?
Too late. The desk
fine,
can't change
fine.
theirs. We can't just change ours here on the broadcast. That would be
Yeah, that's the one thing. I thought, to be honest, I thought Deza or Clownspire were Nibble Haze. So I thought they were gonna put up a better performance, but that I see now that it's this Nibble Haze. Yeah, 80K Academy on paper, they look too strong for Nibble Haze, but we're going to see how it plays out. It's an eco round, so there's not much worth looking at right now. We'll have to move into the next round.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can see a little bit of cash being saved here by Nibble Haze. They're obviously going to build up they have built up quite a loss bonus, the max that it can be right now. And the economy is going to allow them here to purchase big. They're going to be able to maybe to get an AWP. They maybe need to disrupt something here. Right now, it feels like 80K Academy are really getting onto a run here, onto an absolute tear. 5-0, nothing. It's kind of like gotten worse as the game's gone on. I mean, the response from Nibble was strong at first, but slowly but surely, 80K have just looked very in control here. But this is the gun round. This is the meat and potatoes, as you say, Tools. And this is the round that matters here. I think Nibble Haze, if they want to make a stand in this game, this is the round to win. Perhaps a pause if they don't.
Yeah, the AWP needs to make a difference. Getting those energy frags are valuable. Good flash, force icy all the way back. Play is going to reposition towards apps. And that's some good information to work with. Quick with the draw to take out Trough. That's a man advantage already. Simultaneously, at the same time, as you can see on the radar, banana control has been established by ATK Academy. So they are spoiled for choice in where they want to finish the round. I thought he was going to catch Blaze there with that.
Oh, and the pressure's going to come, and Bam is there waiting in the corner, but starting to put pressure on towards the A site now. Throws a smoke, and now they're going to double back. If you have two players on the site, so they would be able to potentially hear them hopping out towards that middle area, but now the smoke's coming in. I love this. They've sold this for $1 million, and right now all four players can run smoothly into the site. Money goes down, which is good. A little bit of spam to follow, but nothing lands, and all 5 men are able to get into the site and will be able to get into their post-plant positions. I wouldn't be surprised if Nibble Haze save here, but I would be surprised if ATK Academy let them.
Oh, Plot is gonna get caught with his pants down or not. It's Milky. It's a bit of an audacious push there. Trying to close the round earlier than it needed to be. They shouldn't be going for the retake. I think that's just a smoke just to allow them to escape, to save. But yeah, ATK Academy beautifully played throughout that round. Banana control, mid control, simultaneously at that. A bit of duck hunt going on here. Vaynant's going to press a bit forward. And yeah, they're doing well to hold on to these rifles, especially considering the economic isn't sitting at a good spot right now. It's not too healthy. It's Kane Fazy to survive for now. This is only dramatic tales of turns. No, it's 0-6. It's the magic number. The T site, 6 rounds is so important. CT sided, it's inferior. That's the production. Ella, just making sure everybody. That's the team. That's the team right there. Making sure you guys get the experience. You're getting all the action.
I love that. It's the first time I've seen the production team. Yay.
Especially gave us a little Queen's wave towards the end of there. Love it, love it. But as I was saying, it is the CT sided map. So Nibble Haze on a world of trouble. They're currently fighting themselves out of hell right now. Looking at the money, it's not getting any better. The rounds, they've got none on the board. They don't really have a solid idea as to how to force the game to their hands. And they're playing ATK Academy's game. That needs to change.
Yeah, I think right now the default plan that you're seeing coming out of ATK Academy is just too strong. They seem to be picking off getting that first entry, and even the rounds that Nibble Haze were able to get that first entry, unfortunately just subsequently lost all the duels to follow, and ATK Academy showing no signs of the pressure, no signs of needing to whip out their deep strat book. Yeah, they're literally playing stock standard CS, cool as you like, and really just putting on the clinic here. And brutally going up middle, but Icy gets one for the... Oh, could be a second. No. A blind kill there. Oh, Malky's in. He clears up that middle. Nice trade. They're not the worst case scenario, but certainly favors the T side. Toff makes it through the dodgy smoke, and he's going to play sneaky. Maybe get his hands on this AK-47. That will be heard, or might be a misplay, but no. He's going to be able to check down middle. He definitely heard that, Tools. He surely knows if they're heading back towards B. He didn't spot the play underneath him, though. And now they're coming back. This could be a disaster. This could be a misreader now. Flash not coming. He's going to peek middle. The timing could be perfect. It is. He gets another one, and that puts the pressure deep onto 80K Academy now. Then they do spot the players towards Banana. They're not going to expect this play by Sandbags. Definitely not, and it's a nice double kill. Just like that after the timeout pause. Perhaps a little bit of production luck there coming in, and Nibble Hayes, excuse me, getting a bit excited, get around on the board. And what a response there. Beautiful from them. And perhaps 80K Academy getting a bit too complicated and, you know, too deep in their decision making there. It felt like they had a nice gap to work with.
Yeah, they got caught between their laces. They took mid-control with such pace that they couldn't really find where else they could exploit or use. You could see the play towards second mid. Didn't really push up apps to get that information. To give that IGL more choice to work with, so ended up heading towards that B bomb side, and you don't clear corners, you're going to take an L to the chest. Some early round aggression coming towards middle, but the utility is going to persuade them. It's Vayner heading up Banana. He gets the sound used to work with, and hopefully he's praying for a Lotto headshot, but it's K who picks up the lucky number. It's a man advantage. It's Malky's looking to press the envelope towards middle. Quick pop flashes to clear it up, and no one's at home. To reassess, and there we go. That's a frag picked up towards this A site and through the smoke. In fact, and it's tough to get the trade from Ducky. Still the advantage sits with Nibble Hayes, and this is where they need to start picking up some rounds, stringing it together. Some confidence under the sleeve. It's Fazy and Blocks on this site. They got 3 members on the A site and 1 of the B bomb side. So 80K Academy. I think the only way they win this round is they rotate towards CT spawn or just dropping the ball from Nibble Hayes, and that's forced to pick up the entry. It was a crazy flick indeed. Now, going to be wrapping into 2 more members still on the A side. It's K and Trough, unbeknown to them. And that's what I was saying. Wrapping into CT spawn is the only way they could possibly win this round, and pick the smart choice. That's the IGL making the good reads, and it's Blocks. He needs to go a 3K here or a 2K. Just make it a bit easier for the remaining players. He gets the sound cues, and he's trying to use them to his advantage. He needs to get 1 year to be good. No, he's going to forfeit the bomb plan. That makes it even harder. Last Falls doubling down with the second of the round. Still got Molotov to use. Still got flashbangs. But can't off. What can you do for us, Shah? How do you pull Nibble Hayes back into this? Unfortunately, Blocks caught between 2 men. And fails to the same fate as his predecessors in 80K Academy. That's the 7th round. But yeah, they pretty much are going to win the half. Looking at the economy, I think Nibble Hayes can buy, but you know, you need rounds on the board, so you gotta. I need a tap pause maybe.
Yeah, well, it certainly worked for them the last time they managed to secure a round afterwards, but I think there just seemed to be a bit of comms there where they made the player on the site wait a little bit longer, and fortunately just not able to capitalize on that positional advantage that he had, and 80K clean it up now. We are into the 9th round here of the first half. Do see some slight economic pressure there. Oh, Bam with the first kill again, getting that entry. Aggression being punished. I mean, kind of no real choice, right? You've got those pistols, you need to keep that close quarter combat going, and yeah, it leaves you with little to few options, if not middle. But this is a beautiful little aggressive peek here. Oh, can he get it? He does. He converts it, but he should be traded. Blaze now. Gonna look to peek down middle. No, eventually gets traded from the play in BC, and now Blaze looking to pressure, looking to put some space between him and the CTs, and now the A side is theirs, and 2 remaining players towards that B side now are going to come on over. Perhaps just want to do a lot of damage, perhaps pick up a rifle, but they didn't really invest much into this round. So if you look at the money on the side of 80K, they certainly are looking, if they keep all 4 of these rifles, looking good for the rest of the half year Tools, but it is Blocks on the top that are going to look to take one away from them. I think they want to hunt that gun towards second mid. I think that would be a big win. I don't think they can win this round. I mean, 80K have been too clinical here on these post-plant positions, so it does look like they're going to be putting on pressure here towards the side, but they're slowly getting flanked and they have no idea. Oh, and now they get spotted. Surely they know now, and both players get taken out. Quick little frag for him, but instantly traded out by that AWP in the form of Melt. It's an 8-1 now. And this is the round that I think you need to make a stand if you're Noble Haze. They've got the money, they can get the AWP. They've definitely proven to themselves that they can do it. They've done it before, and now they need to step up. But 80K, if you're in their position, cool as you like, happy business as usual. Happy team.
Yeah, they got so much money. They're swimming in dollars. All the rounds are coming at them at quite an ease. I mean, they got reset once, but at the end of the day, they still be able to claw their way back and pick it up and string more rounds together. And Noble Haze haven't really shown any signs of dominance or a good idea. The aggression is good, but it's an isolation. You got to take the game into your own hands, I guess. That's what Troff is saying to the rest of the boys. But they could use this advantage and try stretch it up. They got the utility to slow the game down a bit more and more. But it's a trip set up towards Ducky. Actually, it's 1 in apps and 2 towards Ducky. Yeah, it's a good way to keep the trades in your favor if they do end up heading towards middle. It's Blaze on the search, clearing out apps for the rest. Any moment now, ATK should be making the call to clear out Banana. Just put a bit of pressure there and simultaneously take middle in. The chip damage does come in. ATK will look to capitalize on that. It's Blaze pressing the envelope towards apps, and they're going for a bit of an apps burst, and yet that's the flash to pop them out, and first blood being taken out, and Troff gets the trade. One more man on the side. It's Icy with an AWP. He picks up his man. He keeps the advantage in Noble Haze's favor. That's the post block.
Certainly does.
It's a double AWP retake. Eesh.
Oh, then you've got the CZ as well. It's a very tough position to be in. It's also one of the harder sides to retake here, especially with Falls holding this angle on the AWP, but they both jiggle peek past it at the same time. Beautiful teamwork, love to see it. That gives them a better chance here, but no. Perfect flash comes through. Vayner with the spray transfer and the Drake K. Love to see it.
Damn.
Love to see it. Yeah, technical prowess there, mechanical skill. Can be as good as a team as you like, but when you got all Vayne out there with the hose pipe just spraying everybody down, you got no real options. And 9-1 now for ATK Academy. Noble Haze, despite coming close, getting that first entry pick there at the start of the round, really looking good there, just unable to capitalize and fall apart at the very end. ATK 9-1, you're looking strong, putting out predictions to Shane. Fortunately, you changed yours, so you good, but me and the desk, we've got a tough time ahead of us to explain to the viewers where we went wrong.
We all get one change on the sleeve here and there, so you can bank yours for the final, later on the playoffs. You only get one though. But looking at that previous round, I played Van Out before, so mechanically you can see he's a very strong player. So even if ATK Academy or at a man disadvantage, you gotta look and see who's alive, because that's the difference maker. If you got that spray control, it would have been case in point right there. But I think information should come in that B looks a bit cleaner. We got the pedaling back, and it's an eco round, so not much more to say about this. It's going to be the 10th round on the board for ATK Academy, and I think when you get to 10 rounds, you can stop playing with a bit of liberty, a bit of freedom. You can throw a bit of caution to the wind. God damn, Vayner, stop! Let me talk. Man's wild.
Yeah, really getting into the groove here. Tools 22 for 5 now is his KD. So, yeah, really feeling it at the moment. And this is why ATK is such a strong team. And I love to see that they're supporting another young roster, and they're really getting behind another CS team, despite having all the successes and the resources invested overseas. With their current roster, it's just awesome to see them put together another team that's formidable, that's actually competitive, that's keeping up with the local scene and looking to do damage. Of course, the former player Blaze coming back into to lead things from the front. Obviously, a wealth of experience for him. He's grown absolutely magnificently as a player. Probably one of the best locally now that he's returned. And it's just great to see. It's great to see such all supporting the local CS team. And of course, again, just shout out to Nova Legion for this tournament at AC. What a feat in front of us that we get to see. But the first frag again goes the way of ATK, but suddenly changed the AWP. Oh, but Blaze puts a few bullets through the wall. Artifact with a beautiful frag, and that's what I was. Yeah, I mean, oh my god, another kill there. Blaze does get picked off towards apartments, and oh, it's another nade to damage towards Vayner. And finally, the Titan gets brought down. 2 versus 2 situation, very messy, and Loxel a little bit hasty there on the retreat. You could check, he wasn't sure where the threat was coming in. Perhaps alerted a little too late, and now it is ATK again in the comfortable position. 2 versus 1. It's the B bomb site. got an AWP posting the angle in falls. Icy needs to get very spicy if he wants to win this round. Otherwise, he needs to run for the heels and save this rifle into the next round. Of course, no money on the side of Nibble Haze. They do have that loss bonus to work with, fortunately, but perhaps the time for another tactical pause here. You need to be getting at least 2-3 rounds here to get yourself a chance in this game.
I mean, minimum is on the CT side is 4 rounds to play with, and that's like best case scenarios, 4 rounds. Worst case, you get 1-2 rounds. Looking at their performance on the CT side, there's no indication that individually they're going to be stepping it up. So you can pretty much call it from now. But again, it's up to Nibble Haze to try bring it back, to get that experience under the belt up against a better opponent. And this is where you got to be learning. You got to be showing a bit of confidence now and then. Individually, maybe start throwing caution to the wind, as we saw the previous round at FaZe with that AWP. Because right now, nothing's going right. You've lost 11 rounds, like 10 back to back to back. That's chest pains, mate. It is chest pains, but probably back to his antics in Banana. Another buy coming up from Nibble Haze, taking Banana control. There we go. This is the first step, is to control Banana, rotate a player back, and take it from there. But the resistance is still being met from Nibble Haze. ATK Academy are not going down easy.
Absolutely, but just look at all the util that's been expended already. Pretty much 3 of CTs have pretty much nothing left after that smoke goes towards middle, and we've still got a minute more left on the clock now. Oh, it's a beautiful little mid-take. Flashes on point. That was a disgusting flick from Bam. I don't even know what happened. What was that? Absolutely disgusting. And if I was that player, I definitely have no confidence left. That was amazing. Beautiful, beautiful shot coming from him. Perhaps it was the camera work that made it look fine, but either way, that's good.
It's all about the cinematics, mate. It's all about the cinematics. But yeah, it was a really good flick. The save isn't going to go down well. On Nibble Haze, they even go for a jump. I see he's hitting some nice shots. I would like to see him be a bit more aggressive than AWP for my liking. If you're able to land some nice shots like that, try open the round. You've done it before, why not do it again? But that's the 12th round on the board. The next 2 are the so important round for Nibble Haze. They don't pick this up. It's tickets. But AT Academy, yeah, looking like they're at a good level. Looking at a good level. Like, he's enjoying himself. There you go. The Borat thumbs up. Very nice.
Very, very nice.
That sucks having to eco pretty much every 3rd round, man. Got that.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the challenges here with not being able to string a couple of rounds together, not breaking that bank, and it starts to get rough as well, because even when you try and save, the opposing T side has so much money in the bank that they just hunt you down and make your life really, really difficult. You go with nothing anyway, but oh, it's a beautiful peak. FaZe, no! Not able to do it. The dirty Deagle doesn't dirty, and now Pluxel, he is left there. Oh, they see a nade come through. Are they going to predict him? No, that's a good kill. But look at Feynand. Look at the discipline. He expects something, but doesn't expect to. And that should push the ATK team towards the A bomb sites. And I mean, fancy stuff there stacking towards Banana, but unfortunately just not able to get that trade that's worth the round here. And Nibble Haze off. Gonna probably run away with that AK-47, keep it for the next round, but that is the final round of the half. Yeah, that's it. Gets to pick up another one as well. It's that AK-47.
I mean, with the nerf on the Deagle, you might as well just buy a P250. I don't know. You get a better financial stance the next round. 3 bullets to the chest, that's just too many for my liking. For a pistol of that size, no way.
Yeah, better bang for your buck, and that the reality is I think in that situation, if you get off 3 bullets there with a P250 towards the chest, you're getting that heady anyway. Walk away with that frag, go with more money in your pocket, you'll brag to your friends, all sorts of opportunities open up for you. So I do agree.
All right, potentially the last gun round on our hands, Nibble Haze. The last dance and AWP and blocks and AWP on Zycy. Little to no utility, so perhaps they're going to be looking to open up the board. Malkis going to take the lead down towards Banana. The utility battle does continue. Zycy getting that down by falls. I mean, on paper, it does work out. Blaze going to go for a nice quick peek towards middle. A quick flick headshot into FaZe. Someone has bypassed him, but Blaze! Calm down, lad. Those men are families. But yeah, Blocks and Care left there scratching their heads. Guys, at least use your utility. At least stop them. Use the flash. Do something. This Blaze rips them apart.
right there.
That was Pug. That was Pug. And honestly, they should be thinking, let's just end this game already. TBH. We're not really learning much from this. Let's just pick up the last round. There we go, 14-1. A dominant performance from ATK Academy. 25 kills on Vayner. So he's pretty much done the heavy lifting for most of the players. Bam finishing negative, so that's a question mark. But 25 kills on Vayner, I guess Bam couldn't really kill anything. He would throw the flashes and then everybody's dead. Like, what do you do?
Yeah, look, it's like if you default on that side of the map and you're just not getting those frags, it's I mean, especially with this sort of scoreline, you never really look at the frag distribution. I mean, it's kind of going one way anyway, and it's kind of whoever puts their hand up first to hunt, you know. But anyway, back into this pistol round here. We need to see something phenomenal from Double Haze here. The comeback starts now. Get us to double digits, gentlemen. Oh, FaZe spots the CT out, and no, some early damage being dealt here, but no, it is the T's that go down first and lose that man advantage, and now quite a bit of pressure towards that second mid area. Eventually, the danger man goes down. Oh, beautiful shot towards middle. Zycy strikes, and that is the 3 versus 4 situation. Little A suddenly spring to life, and now are going to be committing that bomb. And you do see the CTs get a lot of positioning throughout that push from it on, but now it's all wide open. What are they going to do from here? They are splitting. They are dishing back towards B. Both players are stuck towards the A bomb site. This is a good call, and oh, perhaps a little too overzealous there. Zycy shooting some bodies as well. But they can get that bomb towards B, and that is the pistol round for Double Haze. Unless there's absolute heroics coming out of Malky's here, but looks like he might get taken out with a beautiful little crouch side step from the Zycy. The Zycy, not sure how he prefers to be called, but Double Haze responding strong, and ATK Academy getting a bit overconfident there, peaking a little bit too. Yeah, getting a little bit overzealous, really.
I 100% agree with you, especially Van Naps. He pretty much just went and died there. Live and died by the sword towards Apps. And pistol round is a bit more RNG than the gun rounds. So if there was a round Double Haze were to pick up, it was that. So now they can start their comeback campaign happening. They're overfull by some AKs bought up, but again, it's a forced by a lovely headshot from Blaze and traded up by the Poison. Still a 4 versus 4, but the advantage is with Nibble Haze. They've got utility to work with, and they can just separate this mid defense from ATK Academy. But there's a player going fishing, and Blopsy takes falls out, and it's just a double scout left, or the double dig in the scout. Bam does get a trade towards the middle. In fact, he can paddle back just in time. Things can go quite hairy for Nibble Haze. He's sitting on the site now. The scout shot and the D combo works together. And it's K hesitating. Trough is down by a pit, so they have to work out how they're going to get back into the Sitcha. The player just contesting them towards Ducky. It's not an easy job. Trough, he's got the galley, so he should be standing tall and strong. The bomb has gone down, so that should be a good bind coming to the next round for Nibble Haze. That's simultaneously keeping them in it, and Trough is going to do the Lord's work. And there we go. K closes it up. 3rd round on the board. The more the merrier, I'd say, for Nibble Haze.
Yeah, absolutely there. Now we do see ATK Academy forced onto the first eco round of the game for them. Got nothing but a nade and a flash, and you can expect them to do something dirty with both.
Oh no, fall. Oh no, not like this. Yeah. The money lands, you don't expect the nade to come in, and the nade lands, so it slows you down, so you sizzle to death. We've all been there. We have all been there, but it is a Yuka round, our stock standard for Nibble Haze to pick up. It's me the 4th round on the board, 10 away. Much more work on our hands. The CT side is a bit easier. ATK haven't really shown any signs.
Woo!
They're going to be shaking it up. And, yeah, don't play with Blaze. Don't play games with Blazy Boy. He'll decapitate you with the quickness and... Yeah. He's fast with the goals. He's fast with it.
Yeah, he goes for the head only. The head only. We've all seen his clips on Twitter. We all know what he's capable of.
You've seen his YouTube channel. You know what the man does. The content is there. The context is there. But anyway, we jump into the 19th round, Nibble Hayes. All right, this is another chance, another day, another dollar. Wake up, you respawn, and you say, this is going to be a great round. That's what you're saying to yourself. How does it transpire? I mean, Nibble Hayes, the utility early round util looks good. They've got apps control with the util they've thrown. They've put a bit of pressure towards Banana, so ATK have forfeited that control, so there's some good signs. Maybe they should have started on the T side goals. Maybe.
Or maybe there's a method to their madness here and they're going to show us what's up, and maybe they're just very comfortable on their T side. But yeah, certainly revitalized performance coming out of Nibble Hayes here on this T side, and slowly but surely starting to nail or chip away at that match difference. Still in it to win it here. Still can go 16-14. We've seen it. We've done it. We know it's possible. Balls gets
no.
It is not. It is not their day to day, and perhaps luck has swung to their side, and Nibble Hayes get that first frag. Beautiful grenade though, does loads of damage. That puts two players really in quick, just a quick kill opportunity really, especially when Blaze is the danger man on the side, still alive, and oh, it's a peek there towards the second mid. And Paynard's got it under control, and now they're going to start squeezing onto the A-bomb sites. Are they? Look like they're going to be retreating. No, they are going to look for the wrap. 20 seconds left. They haven't got much time to work with yet. They do know plays there. Pop dash works, but it is Poxel that manages to dodge and dip and duck and dive. Blaze again. That's what I was talking about. The danger man. 2 frags from that pit position. If they got one more, this certainly would have been crazy impact. But now it is Isham's AWP. He hasn't missed. I saw him earlier. He doesn't even flinch for the jiggles. This man just shoots and hits. And there's the first. Waiting for the second to come through. They don't peek just as simultaneously as they would like. And now spots the play, but no. It is the man himself. Zycy is showing skills with the SORP tools. 2 frags for him. And
yeah, I mean, he's even gone
on the board for Nibble Hayes.
Yeah, he's even gone positive, so brilliant round from Nibble Hayes, and they set themselves up for success nice and early in the round. The utility towards Banana, middle, slowly constricting info away from ATK Academy, and eventually it was just too many man, too many angles, and ATK, all right, they're showing some cracks, some grooves in their defense. First from Falls, an individual approach towards was it Whaler, going for that peak, and then the B rotation didn't come in soon enough for the support towards the A side, so another eco round from ATK Academy. But don't write them off. These rounds are still dangerous. You saw Blaze with the dig, now it's Falls' his opportunity. He's going to swing, unfortunately. He can only get one for his efforts, and it's Vaynard stuck here in cover. He's going to clean up, but the 5-7 works off. Ooh, almost a double. The support was there, but Pam couldn't get the trade. Zycy on 17 HP. The rotation's too far to make a difference in this round. I mean, there's some AKs that can pick up on the rotation, I guess. Ooh.
There's a slight gap here for Blaze. He can find it. Can he find it? Oh, he gets the first kill. He looks for the second, but no. It looked beautiful. It looked like there was just a gentle little bit of timing, then he almost finds it. Blaze. Man, oh man, but quickly, Nibble Hayes just deal with the issue, and now 2 versus 1, cool as you like, and again, just putting rounds on the board here, and soon they're going to be passing your score tools. What was that correction you made to the scoreline there, if you don't mind me asking?
I don't know about 15-6, but come on, Nibble Hayes. They're impressing me. I like when it happens.
Love to see it.
When they prove me wrong by impressing me. It's the only way. Only way. But again, it's going to be a gun run for ATK Academy. There's an AK on Malkis. Let's see what they have to do. AWP on Falls. He had a rifle the previous gun round, so this is his preferred weapon of choice. Full utility up on all the players. But Nibble Hayes, they could just replicate how the rounds start off. Things could look good. You basically are preying on the mistakes from ATK Academy throughout the round, the way you go about your default. And let's hope that success comes through for them, just to keep them in it a bit longer. Oh, Fazy playing with fire there towards the middle. Falls almost decapitating him, but he's whiffing his shots quite really at that. Yeah, Falls, that's predictable. That is the most predictable peak ever, but he's going to decapitated. Fuzzy's gonna get himself a nice free kill, and that's gonna be mid-control, as free as you'd like. And there's still ample time on the clock to work them up if they want. So ATK Academy, they're gonna be looking to go for the regresses. The smokes are gonna be fading towards middle. That was a re-smoke, yet bam, still opted to re-molly. I guess just keeping the battlefield hot and heavy. Ooh, brilliant time you smoke there, and that's what it's aiding ATK, just taking the pressure off a little.
Yeah, absolutely now, and you can see that this attack is imminent. You got 40 seconds left on the clock. You can see that towards B, they've just put down a smoke as well. This is going to be incredibly difficult for Double Haze, despite the numbers advantage. But no, they get the pick on Malkis. He's a little bit greedy there with his information peek. And now it's the two players left on the sides, and they both are going to be wrapped and surrounded soon. Are they going to go back towards CT? First frag goes the way. That's all that they needed. They don't need to take any more duels now. They can just take it one by one, and it is all falling apart here. But no, they can get to the B bomb site. K is going to be running through. The CT's only job is to stop this bomb. He spots him now, and no chance left in the round. And all he has to do is stay alive. But no, he turns around, gets fancy, gets the kill as well. Beautiful spray control coming out of Vaynant, gets the 30 bomb as well. And ATK Academy 15-6. That was a strong round. Perfect play from that CT hold in A. I gotta just say off the back of Blaze, yes, Tool, sorry. Gotta just carry on that Blaze perfectly in the pit. They just changed their position up perfectly and read that round so beautifully despite having a man disadvantage. But yeah.
I don't know if it's true or not, but there's been speculations that drawn this game out just to make sure Vaynant gets the dirty 30. I cannot confirm nor deny it, but play will continue.
Yeah, I mean, that is the one version that you heard on the street. The other version is that this is indeed fixed and they're getting your 16-6 scoreline that you so eloquently changed in between game here. You fair weather fan, you.
Fair weather fan. Listen, this is a multiverse that we live in, Falls. Nice meaty grenade down the middle. Oh man, that should put some shrapnel to the chest, some shrapnel to the leg, missing body parts, and a missing head coming out of Vaynant. He gets straight up as I see. He's going to pivot towards Malkis, gets decapitated, and that's 3 members left alive. 2 heading towards that B site and 1 lurking middle in the form of Proxel. 50 seconds on the clock to work with. Perhaps it's a double fake towards that B site. I'm just looking to where the bomb is exactly. Can't really get an eye on the mini-map, but okay, it's in towards Banana. It's towards Banana. What's set up for Utah on Ploxo? So he's been called to pedal back and set them up, smoke towards CE and 2 flashes to pop them through. Although this defense looks really strong, goals, it looks staunch.
Yeah, absolutely. They have got what it takes, and now the execute is coming through. And do they expect this player to be towards that CT side? They are breaching to the side. They've isolated the player. It's Bam with the ZWP. Needs to hit. He lands 1. They don't have a money to get him out of his position. They eventually make it difficult and trade him. Malky's going to get through the smoke now. He's pushing through. Crazy wide angle gets the kill as well. 8 seconds left. They can't win. They can't get it down in time. All they have to do is stay alive. And it is ATK Academy that are poised to close this game. If they both, they could have lost it. They could have lost it.
I know. Blaze wild.
They could have lost
Blaze
it.
wild.
They didn't. They didn't. And they held it down. That's risky. You got to risk it to get the biscuit, I guess. And yeah, I mean, ATK Academy showing a real strong performance there. And yeah, they did it exactly as you said they would. I mean, I think we both thought that they were the favorites going into this. I do think the game was a lot closer than it looked. I think there were some nice mechanical, skill sets that we saw on the side of Nibble Haze, but unfortunately, just too clinical of a team, too well built up together. And ATK Academy, the favorites, progress.
Yeah, definitely keep an eye on Vaynant progressing throughout the playoffs. He's been having a cracker of a series. He got, I think, 31 kills that half of that game. I'm not too sure, but he was the MVP of that matchup. And Nibble Haze, there wasn't too much to look at. Here or there, I see impressed with an AWP. Got some nice shots. I would have liked it on the CT side if you got a lot involved a bit sooner, although the economy was a bit tough. But yeah, ATK Academy, the experience was there for them. Blaze, leading the boys. And at the end of the day, everybody has a plan until it gets shot in the face. But we're going to throw it back to the desk.
Thank you so much, Golds and Lighter, for that in-depth casting. So we thought it's going to be a sweep for ATK, but then Nibble Hayes came back with a few points, but unfortunately could not take the win. But before we go in depth with analyzing, let me remind you guys one more time about the $50 that is up for grabs to be added to your Steam wallet. All you have to do is go on gaming.lenovo.com. You can either post a clip from the broadcast or you can go and vote for your favorite team. And while you're there, make sure you browse around for some other offers. All right, guys, what do we think about this game? What went wrong for Nibble Hayes? Why couldn't they get the comeback? Why didn't they get that momentum going?
As expected, 16-6, my
As you
prediction.
predicted,
But but
the winner.
there are many things that went wrong actually for Nibble. One of the most important things is actually not efficiently taking banana control as CT. Uh, there was one round that actually came to my attention when Bloxal was having when he gave up B as ATK went for a B split from CT. So he managed to actually let them pass. However, they lost the round without any kill. They don't know where Bloxal is. He gave them the B site, yet he wasn't being able to manage to get one kill or two. He's in a spot where nobody knows about him. They know one is B, however, they don't know where exactly he is. So he could actually sneak to get a kill, then hide, go back to Coffin, try to actually fight with one more guy. But uh, I don't know, I feel like they were lost in CT side. It wasn't their gameplay for sure. Or I might be wrong. ATK really held that down. As T side, they were really good. They took drone controls, they played on blind spots, they were managing to actually hit A when Nibble had 3B. They actually went A when there was two only. They tried to actually get an opening kill here and there. Regarding ATK, their city side, as we've seen, a bit of mistakes here and there. They managed to actually just uh, win the game and close it out early. Otherwise, it would have been a disaster. Uh, See, in games like this, whenever you have the upper hand, let's say you're winning the half 13-2, you lose the pistol round and you lose another two rounds, you're giving chance for the enemy team to build up momentum, which is really very hard to stop. When your enemy team builds up momentum round by round, economy wise and momentum wise, it's gonna be a really difficult thing to actually stop. It could go either way, 15-15, maybe also 16-30. So yeah, any point you want to disagree on?
No, I just want to add to his point that what I've realized from Nibble that they have no aggression. They're only playing so defensive, and they don't have the double peak. The double peak is one of the most important factors when you're playing against the T side. Like obviously, like one of the players cannot aim at two at once, so the double peak is one of the important factors. And like the banana control, I don't see Nibble doing any fights. They're just playing so defensive, like they're scared. Like they're just giving them the pass to go into the site and do nothing about it. And the utility usage of Nibble during the CT side, either they're using it so early or they don't have utilities at all, which led them to have weakness on their sites. And I feel hard luck to Nibble. I know they tried, even T side, they tried to improve and they got a couple points, but still, it wasn't enough for them to win the game.
All right, well, let's take a look at the player scores individually from the past game. Do we see any people standing out in terms of kills, assists, and deaths? We can see from ATK Academy, Wynand is leading with 31 whopping kills. That is an impressive number.
Man of the match.
The man of the match, you would say. And for Nibble Hayes, the highest kill would actually belonged to two of the players, PLOXOL and Zycy, both with 16 kills. So that is just, that's half as much as what the winning team. So it's a bit sad to see these numbers. Is there anything you can tell us about these numbers on the board?
Looking at Wynand, he had a very good game. He really had some nice kills here and there. However, I would really also give props up to Blaze. Blaze is the most experienced player, if I'm not wrong, in the team. Blaze is really, really versatile player. I admire how he actually plays textbook style CS. He doesn't like to make mistakes. He likes to play based off a really clean Counter Strike. So my secondary honorable mention would be Blaze. To be honest, I really enjoy watching Blaze as well.
Do you think there's anyone who stood out from Nibble Hayes?
Uh,
Luxol at the end, he stood up.
I mean, if it was that round that when Ploxel gave up the B and didn't manage to kill anyone off guard, I mean, he would actually stand out because, see, that round was really sensitive. If they got that round, it would actually
Turn the table.
force them to come back and gain a really good momentum of the game. And Ploxel would have seen much better performance if it was that round. That was the time to shine. But unfortunately,
And we also can see from the difference from the scoreboard that the ATK Academy, they have more assists than the Nibble Hayes, which leads them that they have more teamwork actually against Nibble. Nibble, what was missing from them is like the chemistry and the teamwork and the synergy of the team is a bit down, not as much as the ATK Academy. If they improved that gameplay, they would have done some differences against them.
And as you said, Ploxel is the one that perhaps stood out for
have.
Nibble Hayes. However, although he has the most kills, he actually has a negative KDA. What do you think that shows us about his game style?
look, in the end of the day, we never should actually uh, predict players based on stats wise, because you might have a game or two where you're bad. It's not your day, maybe, but you can have good stats on good days and bad stats on bad days. So we should not always judge by stats. You can have a two KDA player, however, he's not gonna perform the next game. What's the use of the stats that in that time? It's not gonna be any use.
That's
So
very true.
stats wise, okay, stats wise is a good way to look at numbers. However, it's not my efficient way of analyzing if he is a good player by stats. No, that's not. So I wouldn't give or take a lot on based on stats.
But a good player would always be consistent on his gameplay.
So we have a disagreement here.
Yeah. If you want to look, once you join a tournament, you have to be consistent in your gameplay and your idea of how to play the game. And in that case, you would be able to win against like at least a strong team. But if you're going to be playing based on if your day is great or not, then it's going to be useless to join the tournament. You have to be consistent. You have to think correctly. You don't have to have any distraction during the game.
But you agree that you have good days and bad days. You can't disagree on that.
Well, if you have bad days, then don't join the tournament, yeah?
No, you can't just join
Oh
the tournament.
my.
No, I mean like you cannot just join a tournament and be like, okay, I'm having a bad day, I'm not gonna do anything. Please, my team carry me. No, you have to be consistent in your gameplay. Like Flip, you're one of the consistent players when you are joining the tournament. Like you're always top fragging, you're always doing differences in the game. But if you are gonna come one day and be like, your score is 5, the next day your score is 20, then score of 5. Are you
I
consistent
honestly
during
never
gameplay?
thought that I would go into a tournament thinking that I'm gonna top frag and I'm gonna play my. Yes, I do believe that I'm gonna come, play my best CS, try to win the tournament, and then leave. Yes. However, being consistent is very hard. It's super hard. You can't imagine how hard it is to be consistent in this game. As you know, the game is more of a psychological gameplay more than it is based on aim. So, for you to come, let's say you have some family affairs, pressure from family or outside like your personal life, it's gonna affect you. So I used to go and play sometimes with a bad mood, or it's normal. I never like.
Okay, then what do you say about simple?
Let me interrupt you before we get too much into this. Let's just find out the next match. Don't worry, I'm going to get back to this. It seems very heated and you guys are super passionate about it. But before we continue that conversation, I just want to show you guys the
Nice
coming
logo.
match that we're going to be having. Regicide Gaming versus Illicit Esports. So you said nice logo. Who did you mean that for?
I've heard about Regicide and they were playing as a like as a good teamwork.
Regicide Gaming. I believe Regicide Gaming was actually one of the teams that were given
A
a
second,
second chance. Regicide Gaming, actually, their first game was against ATK Academy. And unfortunately, they did lose to ATK Academy, but it was extremely
was-
close,
it
if you
was a good game.
remember. It was a
good 69, I
fantastic
remember
game.
the scoreboard.
So they were given a second chance in the wild card, and they managed to prove themselves worthy and win and managed to get themselves into the playoffs. So knowing that about Regicide Gaming, what's your thoughts on it? Do you think Regicide Gaming is going to show us that they're still worthy, or is Illicit Gaming going to be
They
taking
lost
the
to
win?
ATK the first game 16-9. Do you remember when I told you This is a really good team. I love how they play. They lost, yes. I understand they lost 16-9, which is a bit of a gap. But when they came back and they got a second chance, they destroyed.
They did
They
indeed.
won with amazing fashion. I'm not gonna be surprised anymore. No, I would see Regicide as a top contender. Uh, I think they're gonna win this. Let's predict 16-4.
Well,
I'll say it one time.
I'm going to ask you about the predictions again, but just give me a quick prediction.
Well,
Regicide or Illicit?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
want
ask
to
you
say
again.
in a good day or bad day. I think they're gonna dominate.
All right, you have it there from our analysts. We're going to jump into a very short break. And when we're back, we're going to get started on Regicide Gaming versus Illicit Esports. So make sure you stay tuned.
Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. I'll run, I'll hide. Darkness always clouds my mind. Now look behind. It's moving closer every time. I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. 'Cause darkness, my old friend, you won't get me. It's at the end. At the end. Can you feel it wrapped around your soul with no control? You can't breathe when you're drowning underwater. There's so much water. Ah, I can't pretend that I have a strong defense. Darkness,
Welcome back to the Legion Africa Cup, brought to you by Legion by Lenovo. Before we went on the break, we had to interrupt a very heated conversation, and we'll be back to it very soon. But before we do that, let me remind you about the $50 that is up for grabs to be added to your Steam wallet. All you have to do is either post the clip from the broadcast, or you can go and vote for your favorite team on gaming.lenovo.com. And while you're there, make sure you browse around for some other offers. All right. So I don't want to make too much drama, but I'm going to pursue this conversation a little more because I feel like I interrupted you and I feel a little bad about it. So you mentioned something about, good and bad days. So tell me, what makes a bad day?
Uh, let's say personal troubles, family, friends, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, if you're a girl gamer, uh, like these external stuff that actually affect your mind can actually make you provide very bad CS. You're not gonna be focused full. Your mind's gonna be somewhere else. So it's good to take a break here and then from these kind of things. But sometimes you're forced. Like you have an official game, so I'm not gonna be like, oh, sorry, I just broke up with my girlfriend. I'm not gonna play anymore.
You're
It's
being
not.
very specific. I feel like you're drawing from personal experiences.
Yes, I had a lot of personal experiences outside the game, but that didn't stop me from playing the game. Like sometimes I could kill. Sometimes I'm not really in.
We're talking about in game, right?
Yeah, yeah, in game.
Okay. Just making sure. Just making
But
sure.
not Chiquito, Mr. Simple. Uh, he's good every day. Of
Well,
the,
for me,
of the
look,
week.
for me, a good gamer will be consistent and he will be committed to the game, and the personal issues should not affect him that much. And plus, you cannot just say that the team is having a bad day. Come on. If one person having personal issues, it will not affect the entire team by making them lose 16-6 or losing the first half was it 14-1? Like, I wouldn't say like that would be one of the valid reasons. It can be one of the reasons that might affect slightly, but not the entire thing. We have, for an example, one of the greatest players ever played CS:GO, which is Simple. He had broke up with his girlfriend, but still, after it, like, he won couple majors, not like small tournaments, majors. And will I say that he won based on having a good day? No, he had a bad day, but still, he wasn't distracted. He was fully focused. He's like, okay, this thing happened to me. I need to focus into a tournament. I'm not gonna let my day get ruined. And he did it. He won the tournament. So tell me, for example, you are having a bad day. Will you be the reason that your team will lose 16-4, 16-5?
No, not entirely. No. Let's say if I'm an Oper, my team would depend on me. But if Mr. Oper, superstar, is not performing, they will lose. Right?
All right. Well,
Okay, then don't hold an hope. Let someone else hold an hope. No, I'm joking. I'm joking.
all right, thank you so much for your input. I'm almost regretting the fact that I brought this topic back in, but let's move on and go check out the region
Little banter.
that we're going to be watching for today. As always, we're going to be seeing South Africa, Kenya, and Nigeria. So these are very impressive regions that we have seen in the past and we are continuing to see today. And let's actually move on right to the prize pool. Let's see what our players are competing for, what's on the line. One of the things, at least, that's on the line. We have $12,000 up for grabs in first place. We have $5,000 for second place and $3,000 for third place. So it's a big, juicy prize pool. And let's remind you guys also about the brackets that we're going to be having. Once again, we just witnessed ATK Academy versus Nibble Hayes, with ATK Academy sweeping in for the win. Almost saw a comeback by Nibble Hayes, but unfortunately they could not keep the momentum up. And next game that we're going to be watching is Regicide Gaming versus Illicit Esports. And the winner of this match will be playing against ATK Academy. So that's definitely going to be a team that would be scared, would you say? A team that would be scared to face a monster such as ATK Academy?
ATK is really good. So yeah, they should be scared of any team that plays against ATK. We have really good teams coming into this tournament. That's no doubt. However, are they gonna be able to handle the pressure? Because as you know, after the semifinals onwards, we have best of three. and the grand final is best of five. Best of five is a huge mental warfare. When you play a best of five or best of three, you need to know how to conserve that mental energy. You need to know, like, it's really tiring. It's really tiring for your brains to actually play full focus three maps or best of five maps. In my whole life, I played one best of five. After the second map, I couldn't focus. I couldn't. It's just like I can't focus till the final map. 5 hours you're playing. So it's good to see how well they're gonna be adapting to the pressure because you're coming now to the playoff. Now there is no time to joke. It's serious. So I hope they're ready.
All right. Well, the map for the next game, let's see if is it a map that we're gonna have pressure on or off. It is indeed Mirage. That is the match that will be played on this map. What do we think, boys?
How we talking?
No, to be honest, even in the Arab region, like the North region, we haven't seen Mirage. And we never reached the game Mirage, by the way. You realize?
But there's a difference. With Arab region, we saw a lot of not only setups, we saw a lot of individual talents. However, we saw Nabi give us our maybe first Mirage in the series. How good was that game? Let's be honest. They they were getting controlled from one zone, but they take control efficiently on another zone. Like let's say they took mid from them, they go and take ramp control, and they like to relieve off the pressure from spots and know that nobody is there, and then take their time. So now seeing Regicide, who came really good on Inferno, they played again Inferno and they won. They're gonna play a really good game. I'm sure of it. Illicit, how well they're gonna adapt and counter Regicide in mid controls is gonna be tough for them because Regicide really plays together as a good unit. It's gonna be hard for Illicit, to be honest. My prediction goes all the way for Regicide.
I would say also Regicide, since they've got a second chance, I think they want to prove themselves this time that we deserve to be there. And I think they're gonna win against Illicit side to prove also that they can win against ATK to take their revenge back.
Well, here's hoping. And what about the pace of the game? How should this map be played?
Mirage can be based on fast, slow, mid-paced game. It can be any pace. However, it will depict the pace by pistol round. Let's say a pistol round, you're gonna play it slow, then automatically the next round you're gonna play it slower. Remember, in Mirage, any pace can work in this map. Any pace, whether it be it fast or slow or mid. However, there is one problem to playing slow paced. Is when you are T side and you're playing slow paced in Mirage, you're gonna have to actually take control and make sure to clear out any hiding spot, off angles. You need to take your time. In mid, it's gonna be a lot of really weird angles in connector, in short, ladder room, a window, on the right side. Let's say if they decide to fight middle late round. So there's a lot of mix. That's why Mirage is really unpredictable, but it's a really, really nice way to actually play any pace you want. For my prediction in this game, Regicide showed us patient play in Inferno. So I'm expecting to see a similar kind of pace in this game. A slow pace. They're gonna take your time, focus on sites late round. So that's what I'm gonna do.
And depending on the winner of the knife round, which side are you going to be choosing for this specific map? CT side, what about you?
Well, it depends on the team, if they are T players or CT players. But for me, I think it's a city map.
So you guys agree on this
I
one?
heavily agree. Yeah, I heavily agree because you have some teams that are really good T side. They have more confidence coming into this map as T side, even though it is most of the people in the world they play this map as CT. They started off, but you have teams that are really good T side, and these teams are really dangerous. When they pick T side, they're really dangerous. You should not. You should actually focus every round, every second. If you give them the upper hand, they can actually convert this map into 12-3, 13-2 in the first half. So you need to actually play it out really well as CT. So yeah, I would agree with it.
Okay, that's good to know. You guys agree with something after that heated argument that we had. But tell me about the game in terms of opping. How dependent would this map be for opping?
To be honest, the Opera will have the power to, for example, the T side or CT side. The Opera is gonna have the power, for example, the T side to get opening kills, to be able to clear some angles and let the teams just walk in or rush in. He will help them basically to get the opening kills. And for the CT side, will be able to help the CT players to rotate, and will help them also, will basically give them the lead. Like for example, I have the entire mid. Just go ahead, focus on this side, focus on that side. Be careful. I'm gonna be there. For example, I will go towards market. I will be stacking with you guys in B. So yeah, the opening is one of the most important factors in Mirage.
All right. Well, hopefully, we're going to be seeing a lot of opping in this game, and hopefully, we'll be taking your advice. We do need to jump straight into the match, so we're going to hand it over to our casters. Goals in lighter. Good luck, guys.
Welcome back. It is I, Lighters. Joined by me as Goals, and we'll be taking you through the action once again. Regicide up against Illicit on Mirage. CT side is from Regicide Gaming. They've picked it. Goals, how dependent is the CT side on map like Mirage?
Yeah, I certainly think it's one of the maps that is a little bit less than a little bit less CT focused than like the likes of like the old train, or some of the other maps like Inferno, for example. It's a heavy CT side. I think Mirage is a little bit more balanced in that regard. I certainly think middle is a big focus point for the CT side, so you're going to see a lot of attention. A lot of your information comes from that middle area. But ultimately, I think it's going to be an absolute slug out, and I'm looking forward to seeing these two teams show us what they got on Mirage.
Yeah, 100%. We saw Regicide up against ATK Academy, a different version of ATK Academy earlier on in the group stage. But we've got information. We're going to be jumping straight into the game. It is going to be Regicide Gaming on the CT side and Illicit Esports on the T side. So let's jump straight into the action. Double Flash already purchased on Hootsman. And Clown has a full set of util there. Smoke, Flashbang, Molly combo. No sheriffs in town just yet. No sheriffs in town. Them heading straight towards the B side with the gang of three, with two players setting up towards T ramp. Nice and reserved, as you can see their posture. Perhaps a double fake they're going to be setting up. Ready, smoke being deployed. That's going to go towards Sandwich, and the second player is going to be popping one towards Stairs. And it is going to be a fake indeed, and that's just to shift the defense from Regicide Gaming. And as you can see, there's some space now on the B side to work with, but you need to capitalize on the opportunity. As you can really see, they're already double backing, and a bit of pressure being put down by Clown to resist and put a bit more pressure, but they're missing the opportunity, the window of attack, and it's going to be just one flashbang, and Shanks, he's there, he's picked up his first, and he even gets a second long-range headshot to send Matic to his doom, and it's Blades on the side here to anchor it down. The rotations are already here. Each individual on Illicit taking their individual battle. There's Gonzo picking up one, getting traded out, though Blades going to be calling on to his brethren to revenge on his kill. Gonzo puts a bit of pressure, can't land the shots just yet. There's two players hovering around, three in fact towards the window market area. And there's just no room. They have to fight their way out of the situation. There is a USB to work with. This bait Nublet picks up the trade, spins for the second, isn't able to land those headshot. Toosman, poised as ever. And there we go. And that's, I think the cookie crumbles from here. I think the Cookie Monster's had it. But, how strong are you? It's an African term, and represents strength and courage and adversity. 7 seconds left on the clock. Is he going for the fake? He fakes the bomb down and hoping to bait them up, but nothing just yet. And he's going to bob and weave around angles. That's the second fake. He gets the first 1 versus 1, but Shanks is there for the trade. Overextended a little. Dicey round for Illicit. Regicide Gaming take it. Good idea, just not the right execution.
We are certainly in for a game here, Tools. I mean, both teams playing that perfectly. Like on the side of the bomb, they're just trying to bait out the CT. CTs aren't going anywhere, waiting to just boa constricting their way onto the sides, peeking together, taking angles together. It was, certainly beautiful to see. But Regicide take that pistol round 1-0 here, and Illicit Esports.
What an aid.
Basically now Yeah, beautiful, beautiful nade there. Perfect. In the money. Certainly going to put a little bit of a question mark in that puts mine. But Zombie 18 Feast is, or Zombie Beast, I think is, no, Zombie 18 Feast it is. And now, oh, quick peeks towards A, but the CTs have got things waxed. Again, really not much. Ooh, that's a dirty shot there from Blades. He's going to get flanked. He gets another dirty shot. That is insane. Beautifully played there. But I mean, again, nothing really invested into that round. You can see quite a bit of economy now coming on the T side. CTs are going to be upgrading these rifles to a certain extent now to combat this. They must sense that was a free round in the bag, and they're going to meet some friction now in the form of purchase of Illicit Esports full AK-47s. Mid control surely.
Ooh, nice knife. Nice knife, Lublet. Mid smokes and already an opening frag coming out of, I think, Mad KMC towards middle. That's a second for him. He understands the lurks, the shenanigans from the CT side towards middle. So easy frags for him. Blades picks up the trade there, and that's going to be free information. So if he chooses to proceed, he could find another in the bomb. No, he doubles back. Retrieves an AK. And it's Hootsman with an MP9. Not going to favor you versus an AK-47. That's a 2 versus 4. The A start hasn't been collapsed upon just yet, so there's opportunity for Regicide to get back in this. As you can see, Illicit Gaming have opted to slow things down completely and find the information. There's a player lurking towards Captain. He's going to be next in contest up against Blades, and that Zombie Feast getting the trade or capitalizing opportunity towards that A start, and that should be around. So Illicit Esports showing some promise earlier on in this matchup.
Absolutely. I mean, that was a huge round. I mean, specifically from Mad KMC, I don't know where he got the first flag. I felt like it was window because he got the second one towards middle as well. Maybe it was short push, but either way, I felt like it was like through smoke. He got the second kill through smoke for sure. Might have known that the player was there. Oh, Chili Willy. That little nade, that's going to land in the pocket. Can he clutch it? No, he can't. That was close. One more kill. And suddenly that last man's got a lot of pressure on his hands, and that was really a little bit too close to comfort there for this Esports, considering the lead in the round that they had. And now we do go into the 4th round. We do see a broken economy from the CTs. And
yeah, I think, Chili, this is why you have to play with the A4 goals. You play with an A4, you definitely finish off that first kill, and you have more bullets for the third. People just don't understand the meta just yet. They don't understand until they understand.
For the 4th. Oh, look at this.
Of course.
Poke and prod there towards that B side there. And does look like this A stack is going to be finding itself some rewards, but is going to have to wide peek here. And do they pounce on him? He does step. He gets dinked as well. And now they're going to surely swarm him. No. They're not even going to take the 5. Eventually they take care of him. And now that prompts an additional peek towards middle. But it is, oh, Mad KMC goes down. Not able to get that spray transfer. And Shanks as well. Chimes in for a frag, and suddenly it is 4 versus 2. Things have changed. Regicide's ahead, and all that is between them is this clown. Oh, gets spotted as well. He always shoot his team. Oh, he's dropping that AK-47. Surely they're not in B.
Guys, the B.
Silly
just that advanced angle. Yeah, a bit of second. Just that advanced angle should have suggested the NB, but they're going to go for the retake. The bomb has freshly been planted. Some good utility usage is going to slow them down further. So he sizzles, he tries to beat the Molotov, but there's a player coming from high ground, and they're aware of it. It's just an uncoordinated retake coming out of Regicide. There was opportunity, there were the weapons, there was the oyster for them to feast upon, but it's down to Clown. I think even if he does go down... Whoa. Gonzo? Gonzo! Gonzo, there was time! Oh, there's no time. That's a bit confusing. That's a bit confusing, I will admit, but that's going to be a second run for Illicit. They get away with this run, but they've lost a lot of money. They have to be reinvesting into the next. Gonzo's got an AK, so it's going to be a strong buy coming up from Regicide. An AWP for sure, surely. Oh, Illicit from South Africa, goals? I haven't seen this team play before, but the name Butch surely indicates so, yeah?
Yeah, that's the one. That's the one that I remember is Butch, and that's certainly not Nigerian. Certainly not Pigeon.
Pigeon. Oh, no, couldn't pull that off. He gets a leg. Shanks gets a leg. A stanky leg at that. Did the window smokes fail? Yeah, I do believe the window smokes failed. So no mid control for Illicit Esports. You have to reassess their situation and reorganize their attack. It's Clown lurking towards B apps, fishing and prodding for information, potentially a headshot of Blade. Oh,
whoa.
that wasn't the plan. I think he was just trying to flash the close right.
Yeah, absolutely. Basically took a big microphone and announced his B presence that he so quietly maintained them without making a noise. With that said, we do see they abort the plan there. I think the plan was probably as bad as the flash, so moving on. Oh, that was dirty. That was dirty. Oh, Gonzo responds there. 4 versus 4 now, and huge presence towards the bomb site now. Gonzo gets mollied out. The Danger Man is going to be able to throw some support flashes in there for his teammates, but they don't need it. The Hoots Man jumps onto top of that box and... Oh!
Honestly, guys, I've never seen a player just stand tall against an AWP at that specific angle and outduel him like he did there. It was clean, precise, and full of confidence. It deserved a good old damn. But that's a new run for Illicit Esports, and it's not what you want. It's a balanced map, a bit CT-sided, more of a 9-6 CT side, so at least Illicit Esports still at arm's length and picking up this half, and they're going to be heading straight towards that B side. The problem is there's no Molotovs, and there's a player lurking in lows, and there's a third player with an AWP, so this is Armageddon for Illicit. There we go, 4 rounds on the board for Regicide. Easy as you would like, all players alive.
Yeah, looking good there. Just peak after peak, just nailing every single one, and now we finally see a little bit of some Deagles getting purchased here. But I mean, you must be comfortable if you Regicide gaming here a couple rounds in a row and building some economy as well. Not too many players dying, rounds aren't being too close, so this will be another one that'll allow them to build on top of that bank, but it's all just depending if they don't take these duels, but they do. Gonzo takes that fight, wins it. Didn't get a tag. We see flat. Oh, it's dirty. Dirty. That's one thing is Deagles, but no fear in the heights of Gonzo, despite his teammate getting absolutely wrecked there on the steps. Takes the same angle, takes the same fight, different result. 4 versus 2 now, and Regicide in the lead once again here, have the advantage, but again, nothing really in it for the side of this. They are saving, they are looking to bolster up a big buy so that they can continue their T-side campaign here.
Yeah, definitely looking to deliver a few more headshots to chip away at that economy from Regicide Gaming. It's Clown, delivers a fantastic headshot onto Gonzo, is able to recycle an AK-47, but no armor to work with, so he's looking to get out of there, maybe toss the gun to a teammate or something. Nope. Oh no, but tries it is on that Deagle headshot, and it's Regicide sweating a little. It's mid low HP, it's Chili and Shanks. Potentially finish it off, and I like the boost towards window because that's the space they get to work with, but that sound cue dismantles that entire boost, or at least what they probably think, and that's the good information to work with, I'd say, but at the same time, there we go, it's been covered. You want to be playing at the back room, it's a CT spawn retake towards A1 and B as 3 players, as you don't have meant to cover all the entrances and at least Illicit Esports. Is it even worth saving this rifle? Because they've lost 3 rounds, would have got the bonus from those 3 rounds.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
you can only buy armor. Yeah, it's not worth it. He would have had about 7.5 or 6.5, I mean.
Yeah,
but now he has
right.
a weaker weapon.
I thought he had armor. Definitely.
Yeah. I was just a small micro errors that you got to pick up and adjust moving on to the next round or the next series. Surely one of his teammates should have called that out, but it's going to be Illicit sitting up for the A side.
Yeah, this is the straight up execute. We haven't seen anything like this from them so far. This is the straight up exec. It's going through. The smokes will be heading towards that CT stairs area. We see the nade. It's beautiful. It does so much damage towards the players in apartments. They're just a moment away from death if they get that headshot. Gonzo with that peak, but it's fire. is blocking the breach from happening at the same time, but the T's are out, the T's are good. They isolate a player towards that Lucky's area, but trading is decent. Spacing and trading on the T side is also very good, and T's don't... Oh, they seem to be committing. Beautiful nade towards CT. Absolute Kobe. Nublet comfortable in planting, but surely not. Player still at triple, and now it is all up to the Zombie 18 feast. Looking for a feast now. Gonzo and Blades in response know very well his position. Trying to jiggle him out a little bit. Throw a little tasty barrel out there in the wind. See if you can shoot and double step him. You can see that's the theory at least, but not going to commit to it. Now, there we go. Zombie 18 feast still walking his way. He must have an idea that there's something else going on there. Oh, but the player crawls all the way around, and it's a lovely off angle, and take another one on the board. Regicide 6-2 now. Economy is broken and bruised on the side of Illicit Esports. They're going to have to force again. I mean, save again, sorry. And wait till the next round to purchase up, and do see a wealth of economy. Gee whiz. 22k available to the side of Regicide for the rounds going forward.
As you can see, they've opted to pick up Deagles. So let's hope for something explosive.
Their signature play here.
No, he doesn't.
Obviously, I mean...
Blades, he's looking to set something up.
I'm sure you can you can do something. Sorry, Tools.
100%. We saw what he could do, and it's a 2 versus 1 on high ground. That wall is spammable, but it's about 1 damage per shot through the wall. It's not as paper mache as the rest of them out there, and it's a zombie fest next. I just turn after the small has cleared out. Perhaps you can pick up a headshot towards CT spawn, but what I like from Illicit Gaming is they've taken it nice and slow. They've absorbed the utility from Regicide, so they need to reinvest in it and its Hootsman. First kill towards A ramp. Not going to be missing those. Interesting battle. Gonzo 2 versus 1, and the armor works out, but no, he gets traded out, so the damage starts to begin for Regicide. It's Chili next towards middle. Individual self-flash. I think he had a teammate there. Yeah, it's the AWP player. And Shanks, there is still Blaze towards Cat, and Hootsman takes him out. But it was dangerous. They were sweating. Oh no, wow. They were sweating a little bit, Regicide. They were sweating.
Yeah, absolutely. No, absolutely. The pressure was on them, and was an immense pressure. That I love the way that they were attacking from all those angles. It looked like the CTs were moments away from certain death, but it was just the Deagle round. Nothing too serious in it. But now, the purchase round, this is the time that Illicit Esports, they really showed us in the beginning that this is going to be a tight match, and subsequently, Regicide has run away with the game slightly, but now we see this mid-control tools. I've been waiting for this, and it's a beautiful pick towards window. It is Mad KMC as well. He gets the frag. He's going to do it again. He's going to get the spray, get the smoke. Again, he did it. No, lots of damage. No damage. Not enough, but he did the same thing earlier, I swear. He got the window pick and then ran the player through the smoke, but it is Gonzo that makes him pay. Mad KMC goes down, trade is made, and I think the T's will be happy with that. Now, oh, beautiful towards middle off the back of that flashbang. Clinical stuff coming out of Regicide Gaming. They look like a well-oiled machine. They certainly spent no time in the holiday season down at the coast. Just practice Counter-Strike the whole time. Love to see it.
Yeah. Everybody stay inland. No one to the coast, no one to the shores. We're practicing. Things are looking nice and clean so far. Listen, they're getting themselves stuck in a similar situation that in the previous Deco round is when they all collapse towards the middle, but after the first battle transpire, where to from there? No options to split A or B. It has to be through Connector or Cat, so it's Gonzo. All the sound cues to relate to his teammates, so they should be adjusted accordingly. You already see Blades pushing up a B, so that cancels out that avenue. So a good lean towards that A site, and it's clear angles, but you're going to get taken down. I thought, but clear the angles. Or they're too big to do so. Who knows? But it's Blades pushing towards lowers.
See, often with the butcher arms are a little bit larger than the next, and tend to see you. And yeah, Clown. Ooh, needs to go. Oh, I love this gun. The Tech 9. Click your mouse, my friend. Click your mouse and get the kill. Click it. Click it. That's it. That's it. We love to see it. You can get the bomb down. Looks towards that short. It's a perfect angle, but no, the time is restricted. Can't do much more, but always looks like, yo, that's a mistake. That's a mistake.
Did he die? Not like this.
Died. He died.
No, clown. No! Naughty clown! Naughty clown!
You can see the
What the IGL must be
see
saying
the
at least.
disbelief.
Attack pause
Foot
disbelief.
hasn't even moved.
Goals, have you ever taken a attack pause disbelief in your life? A pause just for disbelief? Ever? No?
I have. I certainly have. I had to think back a bit, but certainly have spammed that F1 button. Oh, he creeps through the mod. He spots him on the radar.
Oh.
Corrects Clown, makes up for his mistake, and instantly gives his life away. But the apartments player gets taken down. The breach is in full effect. Another little tag there from the AWP player himself. 2 versus 4 now. It is the Put and the Nooblet. Well-known pair. Every Put has a Nooblet, in fact.
9 rounds. They've secured the half. Emphatically, so Illicit Esports. So they're showing me some good signs of knowledge of the game. Their strat book isn't as well refined as I'd like it to be. So they've taken mid control. It's working. They've actually opened up the scoreboard twice. But it's from there that they don't really know how to lean toward the A or split the B side depending on information. They're relinquishing all the flanks at the wrong moments. So we saw Blades take a BX twice. So that just means that default isn't widespread out as it should be, just to get the information. And you got to buy down the clock quite a bit just to make sure that they've used their utility. But they're going to be heading into the A side now. Some line smokes towards jungle and stairs, and it's Hootsman here by Triple. He needs to land the shots there on low HP, and he's got support coming in hot and heavy. So yeah, it's a bloodbath. It's a bloodbath. 10 rounds on the board. Regicide Gaming. Yeah, they're running away with the goals. Running for the hills.
Yeah, absolutely. Putting on a clinic here on the CT side. Regicide Gaming really showing us what the CT side of Mirage is about, and Illicit Esports just not able to have a response just yet. It looked close in the beginning, as I said earlier, but just haven't really seen much since those early rounds, and they have been throwing a little bit of versatility at Stratbook, and oh, beautiful little burst of that smoke there with the molly. It's textbook stuff, but it's beautiful when you see it get performed. And now another man advantage here. Blades. Oh, certainly gets the heads up that there's a player towards the apartments. It's a wide peak. It's easy as you like. Nooblet tries to regain that mid control. Gonna put a molly down there to kind of establish the presence, but Blades gets aggressive towards the apps, and just, you can see that they weren't expecting it at all, and he's gonna pressure now. No, the AWP is gonna fall back, and that's so much map control. The CTs really don't have any business pushing any further, or you're just gonna make mistakes like this. Nooblet isolates a player towards that lower area, but no, he goes for the peak as well, and Gonzo clears it up. But wow, what a response from Clown. And you saw the man had reactions earlier when he lost that AWP after time, but now he's barreling up with that AK-47, gonna peek wide, open versus the shot, get up there, Tech 9 again. Click your mouse, my man. That's it, takes the frag, and perhaps gonna put one on the board. You do see that rotation coming through from that connector area. The real question now is, where does Clown peek? Where does he suspect his players coming from? He's gonna get tucked into the corner. Clears that CT. This is the dangerous part of the round. Can he sneak across? And he does, but did he spot him? I don't believe he did. Nope. Throws that molly. He's in the clear. Gets jiggle peek, but it is Clown. Adjusts the spray as well, and wow, did he make up for that round. I think he was like, you know what, boys? I really stuffed up and lost us the AWP, but let me show you what to do with the Tech 9 and the AK-47. Please follow me and put it around on the board. 10-3 now. Beautiful from him, and that puts them back in this game. If they can close these last 2 rounds, Tools, I feel like they're back in this. Certainly momentum's going to be in their way. It's been a tough half so far, and certainly going to feel a bit more confident after one of your boys pull off a clutch like that.
Yeah, 100%. They've lost the financial game, the rounds on the board, they've lost the half, but they're still in this. All you need is 2 more rounds on the board. Get that healthy 5 just to be able to make mistakes on the CT side. But so far, so good. I like the mid-control coming out of Illicit, and it's down to Chili. He's going to probe towards Cat. It's mad KMC.
Oh.
He's going to one out that door, has a stronger weapon in his hands, and he delivers a headshot. It's put towards upper B. Causes a bit of a nuisance, and it's kind of... It spread the defense or isolated Blades on this B side, so he's all alone. He has to stand tall and strong. Looking at the mini-map, Illicit are going to be splitting the side. Blades is aware of it. He's going to make the call. Fantastic molly to slow play down for the next 18 seconds. And as you can see in the mini-map, they're still going to be heading towards B, right? So Blades is going to make some play, and in for play at that. Good flashback. He spots an arm, but almost gets traded up and gets a double, in fact. Traded up, but that's enough. That's enough. Gonzo's going to rotate over. Shanks is there holding the actual B drop-off. But it could work out in his favor, and yeah, it's an off angle. Very uncommon, but common at the same time. That's 11 to 3. Unfortunately, Illicit. Not at that fair, not at that stage. But yeah, Illicit getting caught with, between their laces. Again, goals, they open up the scoreboard. They just can't close this 4v5's advantages.
Yeah, absolutely. There seems to be some sort of like pillar presence that's like not required, or like they seem to like get a pick on the other side of the map, peek unnecessarily, try to like further that advantage, if you will, but end up like costing them. I mean, the fact that one man peeked towards apps and 3 players were in there, not one of them are holding the angle, kind of speaks to the issue towards that B side, but it was so close. But again, no cigar, and Regicide just really smoothly making their way through this half. And Gonzo, it's just such, he's changing it up so much. He's just changing up the pace consistently, and they're just never expecting it. Same as the aggression towards the apartments in the previous round. Sorry, in the round before that.
Man, I mean, if you had to just have a kilometer tracker on Gonzo, he's been the playmaker majority of the CT half, just taking those peaks towards lowest, top, middle. He's clocked a few Ks. Those Nikes have been through some stuff. Oh, the backstab from Blaze. Does you want to go for the knife? No. A gentleman's agreement, and easy as you'd like to. Players remaining on Illicit, and they're pretty much confused. So confused that they're setting up a stay smoke while they know a player's in T-spawn. This is how much I think the disarray in the communications are, but it's due to the pressure of Regicide Gaming. And that much pressure is going to force you to crack, and things fall by the wayside. 12 to 3, Illicit Gaming. A lot of work to do moving over to that CT side.
Yeah, and it starts off with this pistol round, but again, I mean, just to talk to your points there, real clinical stuff coming out from Regicide Gaming there, just really putting on a clinic. Gonzo specifically, after running a marathon, still able to get so many kills as well. Wonder how he does it, but obviously intense training, and again, just staying away from that coast during the holiday season, putting in that practice. And now we see this exec coming out of Regicide. They're not playing around. They're going straight for an A split here. Majority of the players are coming out of apps. You can see that Stair Smoke is there to, well, Jungle and Stair Smoke, excuse me, to eliminate this this weakness, and they're going to be able to burst out. Cool as you like. They do spot a player towards triple. They're jumping around, and no. Oh, but they don't spot the player pushing through the smoke. Beautiful play. I love how they've committed to the retake here, Illicit Esports. There's so many rounds down, but they're taking the fight to Regicide. And this is how you start your campaign. Headshots all around. The smokes are going to start to dissipate. Zombie 18, excuse me, chiming in with the frags. And they've got this bomb down. They've started off the half the way that they would have wanted to. And Chili McWillie chilling in that T-ramp area. I love this boost here. Big off angle. I mean, a big off angle. Definitely not going to expect it. Completely caught off guard and even crouches in panic. But it is Illicit Esports that take the round, and 12 to 4 it is. And that execute look good, but man, I mean, the timing picked there from the player towards CT, the player towards triple, and the player towards jungle, pushing through that smoke. That was critical. They weren't able to deal with those amount of players as they're jumping out of their apartments. Obviously, no accuracy when you're shooting, so it takes a while for them to support. By then, too little, too late, and.
Yeah, I also think they could have added one more flash there just to keep the player by a triple blind while they get closer to him. One flash I think isn't enough, and as you mentioned, there was just too much pressure, players pushing through smokes, etc. It's always going to fall by the wayside, but they've opted for a full Glock round. No one upgrade. No one's allowed shiny things, everybody. Wooden spoons only.
I support that. I mean, they've literally got so many rounds to play with. They can really take their time. I mean, even Gonzo's approach, I'm a fan. You're just going to try and make it as long and as difficult as possible. Hopefully try to get a free frag. Cost some sort of economy. You've invested nothing into this round. Absolutely zero. So anything at this point is a win for this round, but nothing's going to come of it. It is the new Blitz up in that aggressive middle position, and he puts another on the board there for Illicit, and that takes them to a tally of 5, but we do see the purchase come out here from Regicide Gaming, so this is pretty much the most pivotal round here for Illicit's dreams of a comeback. I think this is where they need to make a stand. They need to convince the other team, or convince us even, that they are here to fight, here to stay, here to compete. But so far, it's been the Regicide show.
Oh my god, clown. Oh my god. What is that was audacious. That was scary as hell, but they've established mid-control-ish. The problem is that there's a lack of Molotov, so as soon as the Molotov lands bottom connected, that's when the CTs re-smoke it, but if there's no Molotov, they're not going to smoke it, but Clown picks up a free kill on Gonzo there in the middle. A bit too luxurious in the way Gonzo took that fight. It's going to leave Regicide in a man disadvantage, and I thought this might have been the way things could have happened. Is, you know, it's the T side is hard to coordinate, especially if you're lacking a few bits and pieces of util. But if the first few frags don't go your way, you kind of left problem solving the entire round. And if you're not good at problem solving, it's going to be hard. But they've punched open a kill towards that A side. It is Nublet to hold off the lurk towards Connector. Hootsman will do well to strike at the right time. It's put under Palace. You can hear the sound cues, and he gets killed. He gets taken out, and I guess just pivoting between two angles. Nublitz is moving through. He gets a double. I would have waited for that, but it's down to Shanks. He needs to find the bomb. He does. He's going to put it down, but any moment now, he's going to get attacked from CT spawn, and he doesn't want to overextend a bit too much. That's a bit of a problem. It is a bit of a problem for Illicit Gaming. I don't know why Matty took a shot and gave away his position over there. It's Nublet. He has picked up an AK, and Shanks is on 1 HP. A fly lands on him, and he's tickets. But there's no kit on the board.
He's really gambling.
He's going to pick one up, Nublet. Yeah, I think he's gambling due to the low HP that he's going to fake it once, he's going to fake it twice, he's even going to cause a few sound cues. No, I think you got to commit to that, right? If you're going to commit to the first fake, commit to the second. And only in the third, you're going to gamble the third.
You would have lost the round already, so yeah, I think you got nothing to lose. To be honest, I agree with you.
Yeesh. Well, look, they're bringing it back, girls. 6 rounds on the board, 6 away from Regicide Gaming, and it's the CT side. It's easier to play, less needed by the IGL to microcontrol and make some calls and make some alterations here and there. But it's a straight A ramp rush. The Mac 10 going up first, and Chili Willy's pulling out the puck style frags, and there's still one more in triple. He's surprised. How are they 3 anchoring A, guys? But anyway, that's going to be 3 falling, and that's the perfect flash. And this is the perfect, robust, quick play you want to be throwing. The best spanner. They've been playing slow. They've been taking mid-control.
No!
What? Sorry, I was just perplexed as to what just happened. But yeah, it's the perfect way. Change up the pace. Hit them with extreme coordinated aggression is what I like to call it. Constant flashes popping over, so they can't really face you and fight. The entry frag is coming out, but at the same time the smokes are lining, so you're constantly backpedaling as a CT towards spawn if that does arrive. And if you don't land the entry kill and the entry fragger, you're pretty much doomed. But that's reset Eclipse Esports for now.
And I just want to make a comment there. Pushing Connector through that smoke like that is not advised. I mean, that's, you know, doesn't always go like that. Let me just tell you a story. But with that said, we do see a bit of the Deagles coming out here from the side of Illicit Esports. They're not going to be investing anything into this round. They're going to fight from the 14th. First frag, or second frag, excuse me, goes the way of Regicide, and they're going to start poking and prodding all over the map, just looking for these peaks. And now it is But unable to make a stand, just trying to land that Deagle shot, and now it is the Hootsman. He's going to be moving towards this B side, creating some sort of presence. Doesn't really matter. They have the entire map to work with. They don't even really need to commit to anything at this stage, because all they will do is give away guns, and that was a dirty, dirty, dirty shot from Nublet. Perhaps a little bit deceptive there on his name. Not Noob after all.
Nublet no more.
Perhaps we've been a bit incorrect about Butt, and he's not even a Butt.
Who knows? 2021. Oh my. Oh my. That was nice. That was a very appealing to the eye. So is that. Oh, gosh. Give me more. Go back to Gonzo. 14th round for Regicide Gaming, Illicit Esports. I think now's where they need to bounce back, but they have no money. They have no cash, no dosh. They're going to go for the full spy regardless. This is a mistake. not really a mistake, I'd say. 14 rounds, you don't want to keep fighting for match points. It's a bit nerve-wracking
Yep.
at that point, but it's left them purchasing little to nothing scouts, MP9s. You're going to draw them into close quarter combats, smoke into window, decent damage, them peppering them down, allowing the M4s to do a bit of more damage. It's going to be a straight-up B split. It is Nuka standing in cat, and he split between two in Chile. What was that? That was a stanky leg spray headshot. There's the player sitting in van, so he's all alone. The rotations are coming in, but it's not soon enough. The players are falling down left, right, and center. But remaining player alive, and yeah, Regicide once again. Pace. Pace is what does it. Ask Usain Bolt. Pace gets you gold medals, boy. Spot.
Some vintage goals coming out there from the Chili Willy, I must say. Push W all the way.
That was straight up goals. Wow, into the slide. Was it a slide crouch headshot? The goal special.
Crouch prawn, love the technique. Very underutilized. Looks great to the camera too.
Very underutilized. I think you gotta really have a feel for that crouch prawn peak. You don't got it. You don't got it.
But have a kill.
But anyway,
you gotta get one kill, then it's gotta be your second or third kill. But fast air pressure coming out here. Apartment's aggression from Clown could pay dividends. He gets the first frag now. How does the rest of the team react? He's gonna be able to get a molly down as well. That is perfect. Another headshot from his teammates, and they are making mincemeat of this A breach. But now Zombie 18 Fest gets another kill, and it is an absolute disaster for Regicide here. And Illicit Esports have stood tall. They are here to fight. They are here to stay. And it all came off the back. Oh, Chili Willy, the man of the hour, the man of the moment. Can he do it? He's only got a Glock now. He needs to get out of this little position. It's a bit awkward, but no. Zombie 18 Feast clears things up, and just like that,
yeah.
Illicit Esports close the round and back into the game. Couple of AK-47s for their troubles as well. They'll be able to drop and make a plan for the rest of the team. But it is Regicide Gaming. Look at their economy. They do have so much money in the bank, so not a problem from an economic point of view just yet, but let's see what this round has in store for us, Tuzi.
I feel Regicide Gaming, the IGL got a bit lazy there. He just called the first thing at the top of his mind. Guys, rush A. It's very easy to stop an air rush, but they've opened up the scoreboard. It's Chili and Shanks up in the middle, and it's Clown to contest the likes of Shanks, and simultaneously air ramp is being taken out, and Zombie Fest and Clown picking up the trades back. It is still a 3 versus 3. The game is still up in the air. The trades are still back and forth, but an advantage of Regicide. 2 men remaining, and the bomb sitting in T-spawn, so I think they're just going to go for the kills and close it out. But no, the smart choice is getting the bomb and heading towards that B side. All air, depending on what Gonzo has to say. It's like only a matter of
now that he's
time
lost his angle, yeah. So, but this is a beautiful little hold from Gonzo. I like this. He's just going to make sure that he can't rotate towards B. Eventually, the play. Oh! Beautiful little adjustment. That's why the man is looking like the MVP for this match. He covered so much distance.
23.
There again, he's sitting deep inside CT spawn, doubled his way all the way through there, and ultimately closes up the match just as fast as he opened it up, really. And what a game from him. But again, confident performance from Regicide Gaming. They'll go through with relative ease. I liked what I was seeing from Illicit Esports at times, but mechanically, from a teamwork perspective, as well as from a decision-making point of view, I do think Regicide had the number, and the result went as expected.
Yeah, 100%. That more players creating opportunities, more multi-kills on their side as well, with 3 players sitting on 20 kills plus. On paper, yeah, it's a strong performance. And looking at how the second half panned out, there wasn't much in it. I mean, there were a few rounds here and there that slipped away by the wayside for Regicide Gaming, and how they clawed their way back strong. And the firepower was just too strong for Illicit. Commiserations to them. I think they got a lot to work on, but there's some signs of some hope, a glimmer of hope. I mean, there's some crazy headshots. Clown had a few robust rounds here and there to keep them in it, just to create the longevity of a match. But it was short-lived that the sparks ran out, and unfortunately, there wasn't enough coal in the train. It wasn't enough, and when that happens, it sucks. But yeah, Regicide, I'm interested to see how they'll do up against better teams like your ATKs, your Bravado's Dynamic, to see what their firepower really has, because from here and there, structurally, they're a bit loose. We saw a bit of a rogue rounds coming out from them, but I think when you look at the scoreline like that, you start to get a bit liberal about where you go, what you do. You stop listening to the IGL because you want the frags. You want that dirty 30. Everything looks good, and you got to like stats, right?
Yeah, absolutely. I think one of the key points there is like what you're asking is how they're going to do when they are playing against a mechanically superior opponent. You're not going to just run around there and headshot bravado or ATK like it's not going to happen. I mean, they're basically doing what I expect is going to happen to them when they go against a superior opponent. But I mean, establishing the dominance down the nest. But I mean, enough from us for now. Let's get back to the desk and break down that match.
Thank you so much, Goals in a Lighter. That was Regicide Gaming versus Illicit Esports, with Regicide Gaming coming out on top. And we are going to start an in-depth analysis. But before we do, let me remind you guys about the $50 that is up for grabs to be added to your Steam wallet. All you have to do is go on gaming.lenovo.com. You can either post a clip from the broadcast or you can go and vote for your favorite team. And while you're there, make sure that you browse around for some other offers. All right, so how was this match? Tell me, you expected Regicide Gaming to win and you wanted them to be the opponents for ATK Gaming, but what did you think about the match that we just saw?
The matchup was not entirely as close, so Regicide was really prepared. Showed us they had the upper hand. They showed us the reason why they're here after being given the second chance. They showcased a very nice game, a very nice, simple CS. So as we've seen, their mid take was a little bit slow. They played slow paced. However, let's talk about their CT. How well that hold was. How well they actually adapted to everything that Illicit Gaming was trying to do, especially in mid. I saw around Illicit trying to do an A split from 2 underpass and 3A. They try to do A smokes and then they wait for the connector players to reach. However, one guy was waiting in connector so patiently. Just said, you know what? You're not gonna come. You're not coming into my zone. I love that patience. It's like watching beautiful CS from a team that really deserved. They told us, they showed us why they are here. They said we are here to play and win. We're not here to joke. And Regicide is that.
What do you think? Do you agree with Sammy's comments?
Of course, I agree. Regicide dominated in the game. They were like what I liked about them is like they weren't in a rush to retake or weren't in a rush to fight against the enemy team. They were waiting for the flashes. They were waiting for the double peak. That's what I liked about them. I saw the chemistry that the the opponent team didn't have, which is like patience and chemistry wise. Like, and the utility usage of the opponent weren't effective against Regicide. And Regicide, they actually played it really well. And I liked also on the T side, when they started playing slow, started losing a couple rounds, but they decided to start playing super aggressive, rush all, and played with the flashes. They were able to get like 5 runs on a row and just end the game, which is something that I was really impressed. They were able to like clear the side with couple flashes, and they had also the Chili Willy. I believe he was like he entered the A side with the 2 flashes, and he got like 3 instant kills, and he cleared it. It was really an amazing game, and hard luck to the opponent team, and well done by the Regicide.
Well, since you brought up a specific team player, let's actually go ahead and take a look at each individual player's score. And for Regicide Gaming, we see Gonzo leading with 23 kills.
Gonzo's the man, really.
Well,
Gonzo's
it's
the
a close
man.
score actually for the top three.
I would say close, yes. They have similar scores, 22 and 12. However, Gonzo, if it wasn't for Gonzo and City side, with all that with all those kills in connector, because he was apparently the con player, his skills were very, very effective and efficient. He really managed to actually not only kill lurkers, but stop a lot of aggression from Illicit. And Gonzo, to me, is the MVP, to be honest.
Well, comparing this scoreboard to our previous game with Nibblehaze versus ATK Academy, if you remember, ATK Academy's MVP had 30 plus kills. So you would say that the kills were more even when it comes to Regicide Gaming? Or do you think they're more
Yes.
team players? So
Yes. Even, yes, you can say. Good point. We can see close scores in terms of Chili Willy, Shanks, and Blades and Gonzo. But let's not deny the fact that Gonzo was the reason of them having a very good CT side. He really held Connector down like a man. He actually stopped the A split that I was talking to about it. So Gonzo, my salute to you.
and what about Illicit Esports? We can see that the kills are pretty even out as well. There's no one that really stands out. I feel like this game, we saw more team play rather than the one that we saw in the other matches. Do you think that's more important to have more team play, or do you think it's more important to have that one MVP that's carrying everybody on their back?
Teamwork makes the dream work in this game.
Ah, well said.
Member
Did you
of Fight
did you
Club.
make up that by your own?
No. So let's not deny the fact that the team game, it requires a lot of teamwork to actually win rounds. Teamwork can be with flashes, with double peaks, with communication. Like you just wait, I distract, full rotation. You can actually make a play, and it can happen 2-3 times in the round. So teamwork is the key to win games, not individual, not the solo plays. Solo plays can win you rounds, but teamwork wins you championships.
That's very well said indeed. Well, before we get too hyped into this current match, we still have one more match to go for the day. So let's take a look. It is White Rabbit Gaming versus Terra Esports.
That's a cute logo.
It is a cute from which side?
I don't know. It's white and red.
They're both white and red. What do you
No, I mean
mean?
like the rabbit.
So White Rabbit Gaming, we seem to have the rabbit versus the turtle.
Let's have your blessing first, Archie.
My blessing.
Who do you think?
Who do I think?
Yeah, who are you rooting for in terms of logo wise?
Well, this seems like the typical story of
Yeah.
the hare and the tortoise, if I'm not mistaken.
The race, yeah?
The race, exactly. So if we're going to be relating it to that, then we have to go for Terra Esports because in the end, Slow and Steady won the race. Did you forget about the story?
The
No.
turtle and the rabbit.
I know,
race.
no. He had some rockets under his shield or something, yeah?
I'm not sure if you were told the same story that I was told
No,
as a
I
child.
was talking about the cartoon.
I'm with you. I understand. I know this.
I'm talking about the cartoon. I'm not sure if you're.
Wait, what cartoon are you talking about?
I don't know. There was a cartoon. Was it Bugs Bunny?
Did it have Mimi in it by any chance?
Maybe.
Or
No,
that's
no, no.
something else
It was something else.
Some
By Warner Bros.
All right. Well, the story that I know is that Slow and Steady will win the race, will come out victorious in the end. But you know, that's just the tale that we're told when we're children. So we don't know which player could actually come out on top. Now, seeing these two teams, do you think that we're going to get just as much hype as the last two games that we just had?
we might see hype. Yes, we're in the playoff stage, so you need to actually bring your A game up. Now there's no time to joke. There's no time to waste. It's the time to actually play your A level game and compete for the grand final spot. So to bring hype, yes, I would like to see, however, fast-paced game, like I've seen in the Arab region. Arab region actually reminded me of how good the game was. I really loved the aggression they had. On the other hand, the South African region, Kenya and Nigeria, they like to play slow-paced. They think a lot. They take their time, be patient with the game, which is good, yes. But I would like to see something different now. I would like to see some really individual-based gameplays along with the strategic gameplay that they have. So yeah,
Well, hopefully, White Rabbit and Terra Esports will be able to give you that fast-paced game that you've been
Maybe you
craving.
should choose the rabbit if you want fast.
yeah, I'll go with
That-
rabbit.
That is true. Okay,
White
well,
Rabbit.
we'll get back to the predictions again after the break. So make sure that you guys don't go anywhere. We'll be back just in a couple of minutes.
It's
The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. I'm reaching out, but all I feel is hollow. I wanna make you work, but all I do is make you worse. The truth is a damn hard pill to swallow. Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna come on over? Don't you wanna work it out? Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me now? Don't you wanna fix our problems? Baby, I can show you how. Don't you wanna love me better, love me better, love me
Hello and welcome back to the Legion Africa Cup, brought to you by Legion by Lenovo. How are you guys doing so far? We have one more game to go. Are you guys excited?
Yeah, excited. We've seen now two one-sided games. Let's hope we see some more excitement, a close game.
Fingers crossed that we're going to get a very, very exciting game ahead. A fast-paced game, as Sammy mentioned before the break. But before we go any further, let me remind you guys one more time about the $50 that is up for grabs to be added to your Steam wallet. All you have to do is go on gaming.lenovo.com. You can either post a clip from the broadcast or you can go and vote for your favorite team. And while you're there, make sure you check out some of the other offers. All right, so as we know, this is the last game for today, Terra versus the Bunny Rabbit, the White Rabbit team. So did we clarify the story?
Fine, I
Taquito?
I
understood
hope we
now.
clarified.
I'm sorry for your kindergarten story. Yeah, I understood it.
Yes, understood it. Okay, that's good to know. Do we have any predictions for the map that we're going to
Still
be
the White
having?
Rabbit.
Still with the White Rabbit. Well, what about the map?
The map, I would say, best two.
What
I
about
think
you,
Mirage.
Sammy?
I don't know why.
Mirage?
I have a feeling it's
I
Mirage.
feel like you're reading my mind because it is indeed Mirage. Again, once again, we are having Mirage as the map for Terra Esports and White Rabbit Gaming. So, what do we think? Do you think this is the right choice for them?
Uh, I don't know. What do you think?
It depends on how the team will play it, actually. Like, if the team are playing based on, like, main plans they already prepared, but not all the plans will work against the opponents. But I don't know. It's gonna be a weird game. Like, one of them will have the better experience, better advantage in it.
It's a 50-50 situation here. Because both teams, they came out they played quite good CS in the qualifying stage. So for me to predict is gonna be very risky. As I said, I'm going with White Rabbit. I hope they can give us the fast-paced CS that we're gonna watch. I don't know how the outcome of the game will be. So-
Is there any negatives that you can pinpoint from our previous Mirage game that you can recommend that our new players will not be making?
Yeah, one of the negative things that I've seen in the South African, Kenyan, Nigerian scene is the ability to actually, when there is the chance to actually make an aggressive play, they don't really do it. Just go slow more. So they don't take that chance. Sometimes there is a good chance where if he just rushes out and just kills the guy, it's gonna be a good thing for him. But I don't see those kind of risks taken. Not seeing a lot of risk decisions. This is what gives us the good AD rush, adrenaline rush. It's not being taken. So I hope they will actually take that.
All right. Well, like you said, the Arab regions are more aggressive. They're more fast paced when it comes to the game. So, for example, if we had in the grand finals, if we had a team like Nasser Esports versus a South African, Kenyan, or Nigerian team, which is more about the mind games, more about the slow pace, which do you think has the upper hand? Do you think the aggressive play is the way to go, or do you think the mind games is what is coming out superior?
Honestly, obviously the mind games will actually work against a very fast-paced team. But Nasser has it all. Nasser is internationally known. So how well are they gonna adapt to Nasser's team play is gonna be the question. Because Nasser can play fast, they can play slow, they can take control of any blind spot they will know because they're experienced. They can actually play with really good setups. They have really nice plans, smokes in Nuke. Their strongest map is Nuke, I believe. So far we didn't see any plan for them. They didn't need to. Are they gonna show it out? I hope.
All right, I feel like they're going to be bamboozling us this whole time. Nasser Esports, maybe they just don't have anything up their sleeves. Could that be possible? Could it be just aggressive gameplay till the end?
It's not. No, I don't think that they don't have anything up their sleeve. I've practiced against them 2 times or 3 times in the past. They have played against my friends who had good teams. One of them is a very known player in the region, the Arab region, Ijram. So I supported Ijram. Obviously, Nasser are Arabs, and I support them as usual. We support each other. But Nasser showed us, even when they play the game, as rounds get closer, they close it down. They really close it down. They have really good structure in terms of aggressive, slow, crossfires. Just anything in the game you want, you will find it in Nasser. They have what the South African, Kenyan, and Nigerian scene have. They have it. They have what the Arab region have. The aggressiveness they have. There's nothing that they don't have. But it's gonna be a surprise for them to actually match up against these teams. These teams we have seen they are top 4 contenders in the tournament. One of them is gonna be crowned the grand finalist and play against Nasser. They all can give upsets, but I don't know. Little bit tough.
All right, well, hopefully we're going to be seeing the kind of match that we are all hoping are fast-paced from White Rabbit Gaming. Just a quick prediction, White Rabbit?
Yeah.
White Rabbit?
Terra.
Terra, okay, just for the rivalry, let's go White Rabbit versus Terra Esports. The game is indeed ready. We're going to pass it on to Goals and Lighter. Good luck, guys.
Welcome to the final matchup of the Legion African Cup. As once again, myself and Goals, you will be taking to the matchup. It's once again Mirage and WRG have opted to pick the CT side. It is a best of one. So, Goals, your predictions just to start it off?
Yeah, had to go for White River Gaming. Obviously, a big household name here. We do know these guys. They're a formidable lineup for sure. And yeah, unfortunately, I don't think Terraside have what it takes to make it that competitive. But I mean, with that said, anything can happen. It is a best of one. It is Mirage. It's ultimately down to momentum and who performs on the day. But I do think that the Rabbits don't need to necessarily pull a rabbit out the hat to win this one. But I mean, without further ado, tools, I think we're going to jump into the match.
Yeah. As we can see, it's about to kick off. Already got 2 smokes and a flashbang on the side of Terra Esports. They're going to be setting up the usual, the household favorite strat is guys go Palace, go ramp, and we're going to just hit the A side. Problem is, WG seems like they have a good reader play under Ducky and a player moving towards the site in transition while the exec comes out and about. And there we go, ready to scoreboard open up. Panda drops down to his knees and one more player left alive. He's going to move into Palace and the trade start coming out. Deadshot gets the trade, but they're still losing a man disadvantage here. Autumn coming up from CT Spawn, the P2000. He picks up 2 kills, almost a third. It's a 2 versus 1. Destroy, setting him upstairs, puts himself in a 1 versus 1. He needs to clutch to start for the Rabbits. Whoa, what a competitive round, and Destroy opens up the scoreboard. 1-0 to the Rabbits. It was hard fought though, I must say.
But I mean, did you see the confidence there coming out of Destroyed in that clutch? Just playing everything to perfection. Just clicks the heads, gets the job done, fades the defuse out, and ultimately wins the round. Like, that's what we're going to see the whole game, is this individual prowess on the side of the Rabbits. We do know that this can get you into a little bit of trouble if it happens all around the map and team punishes you consistently for it. But again, certainly the better team here. And yep, looking confident already. 1-0 now. We do see that our numbers towards that B side. They are trying to show some sort of middle presence, but now, yep, smokes come in. Oh, it's a beautiful little spray. Destroyed, has to hold. Surely waits for Util. No, beautiful little angle. Takes the third. His teammate chimes in with another in the form of Awesome. And 4 versus 2 now. And
oh,
easy work.
She got dinged? How? What? How did he? Anyway, 1 versus 3. Panda, Tristan, and Deadshot left. Playing with their food. Did he want to go for the knife? No, that's preposterous, actually. Don't like how they won the round, but they won the round, and that's 2. I mean, sure. Maybe do they know their opponents? Is that why they're going for these aggressive rules? And they know, and they kind of know at the end of the day they're going to win this best of one out. Because the first round is kind of testing if you looked at how it played out. Although I know the pistol round is full of randomness and anything can happen, but it moves into the gun rounds. A round like that, you're going to be losing. But I picked it up regardless. We're going to go into a short technical pause, guys, don't mind. But that'll give us time just to go through the WRG roster. Panda, Awesome, Destroyed, Tristan, and Deadshot on the side of Terra Esports. It's all new, jaded, excessive, Spazza, and Taz. I like the name Taz. Got some history to it. For sure. Sure, Gozi. I didn't actually give my prediction. It's the Rabbits, of course. It's the Rabbits. Maybe a 16-5, 16-6. But yeah, maybe a 16-6.
I'm gonna be brazen here and go for the 16-4. They are on the CT side. I don't see them running away with this match.
Yeah, I just know these guys get a bit careless, and we've already seen it a bit. but it's just gonna be an eco round. Terra Esports did force into the last, so pretty much contesting this round with nothing at all. And there we go, Tristan gonna pick him up some free kills and lows. It's the A1. The A1, it sounds better when you get a kill, like, and it feels better, but it doesn't have 30 bullets. That's my only concern. For me, the more bullets, the merrier. I like spraying.
I feel like you've been saying that for many, many, many years, regardless of the changes that.
It hasn't.
I mean, I must agree.
Yeah. I mean, throughout the iterations of A1s and the A4, I've always felt the A4 has been better up until that point where the A1 had 30 bullets and the fire rate was the same as the M4. I agree that was broken, but now that the A1 is slower fire rate and less bullets, it kind of balances them out. Personally, the A4 sits on top, but it's gonna get the meat and potatoes. Does he take us away?
Yep, and
Oh,
middle
no.
control. Oh, failed smoke. This is what you hate to see. This is where a CT team or a team that has got slight mechanical advantage up against you will absolutely punish you. And just that round there, you can see how important the mid control is there for the CTs. We spoke about it before the game started, and this is it, the meat and potatoes, the first gun round, the first big, proper buy on buy, after the first stages of the game. Finally, we see a little rebuttal frag. They're coming on, punishing that unrelentless aggression, an unnecessary aggression to that from Destroyed. But back to my point was, ultimately, you see that confident mid take. You want to establish that presence as early as possible, and look at the CTs, all three players pushing out towards middle. Worst case scenario there simply is if that window smoke misses, you got to take fights from all three different angles, and they're pretty much going to end up all going the same way like we just saw. And oh, how sneaky is that little move? You throw the flashbang into the gap, but you don't throw the flashbang. Whoa.
That's that update, yo. That's that update. I like it. And that's what I love about Counter-Strike in its entirety, right? It's the updates, the changes. And that's when you can see the smarter players are using these little gimmicky tricks to their advantage. And it works and it looks good and everyone starts doing it. Wild.
Yeah, speaking about tricks, I mean, these are new tricks, and Panda is an old dog, and, well, he's innovating still.
No, goes, we're old dogs. He's still a maturing pup.
Fair enough.
What? How's he here?
Up middle, straight up middle.
But this is what I was mentioning earlier. This is when you start to see the rabbits throwing a bit of caution to the wind, and you'll start to see it in their gun rounds as well. And that's where you could start to slip away rounds here and there. I mean, ideally, you'd be looking at a 16-0 if you WRG. That's a nice headshot. That's a nice headshot. Okay.
Nice.
Showing a bit of fight. Oh no. Terrible teamwork. Coming out of the rabbits. What's going on? I mean, he's done his work. 3 kills. That means the economy's going to take a bit of a hit. Although they're sitting on a 6k, 8k, 8k. In the long run, if they start to put some rounds on the board, it'll work out. But do they even get to the long run? Short term, they're getting broken goals.
Yeah, look, Taz was looking swerfy there, man. That was some nice flicks. If we got that last off angle, that was gonna be ridiculous. I mean, up on that fence, really difficult angle to choose. I think only way you have a chance in hell is if you jiggle peek and the AWP misses. But that said, we do have 6th round getting underway here. A little smoke gap, and of course, Tristan gonna punish you for that one. Nothing's for free here, friends. You gotta make sure you get under smoke. P&D on the other side of the smoke, spots the player, sees him first. Looking fresh as a spring chicken there on his reaction time.
I like how you said smoke there, because the molly is a smoke at that point in time. No one can see. You can see both players just standing Mexican style until that thing dissipates it. So, yeah, neat little trick over there.
I'm really glad that you picked that up and you supported my point there. But that was a mistake. But that said, it does
no.
From both sides. Absolutely. Oh, deep. This aggression, man. This is something that Terra are going to have to be predicting the entire time, and perhaps a weakness that they need to exploit of the rabbits here. Perhaps earn some respect, but that it's looking rough for Tools right now. I feel the last player.
I feel bad for Terra in a way, because you could see they understand a bit of the theory of the game. They spread out the default, 3 middle, 1 holding A, 1 holding B. The problem is, like you saw earlier, the smokes are failing, the timing, the spacing isn't correct. So it's those small nitty-gritty things that they need to work on to enable the default to work for itself. Because WG are aggressive, we can just see they're pushing left, right, and center. That's why you want to be punishing them. But if you can't get your mid-default working, if your lurks are getting taken out first on the server in the round, default's not going to work. You might as well just rush A or rush B and try your hand at that. But that's a deco round. Only Taz with an AK, so he's going to have to be the real difference maker. As you can see in the minimap, the Rabbits are relentless with their aggression, already setting up top middle boxes, re-rotating back to the B bomb side after picking up a free frag, and that's destroyed, opening up the scoreboard. Spazza can hopefully pick up this. Go for his own knife! Knife! Knife!
You got a knife.
Sir!
You got to knife him for your.
Surely enough. Yes, it's just to, get a bit of payback.
Maybe he's just gonna win the round, Tools.
Feeling it. Look, he's moving with grace at the moment. It's one versus 3, 1 minute on the clock. I wouldn't say it's I'll give him 20% chance to win the round. A good stat for you to work with. Look at that mouse spin. I'll give him extra 10% just because of that mouse spin. He picks up the second. There we go. 40%. We keep moving. 2 versus 1. He spots 2. One player jumping towards Broken. He can, but I think he just wants to get some stats. He gets these 2 kills. He's positive statistically speaking. Okay, Panda. What's going on? This is turning into a bit of a circus.
He's the bombing spot.
Bit of a circus. Yeah, he has time. He has time to get towards the A site, I think. So I'm gonna see how it plays off. So Deadshot's making the gamble that he's gonna double back to the B side, but little does he know,
The timing works out.
Spaz's little legs are trotting. Yeah. Where does he plant for? I think he should just do an open plant for jungle and just create some more options for a post plant where it narrows it down
Like
if you plant here in default.
No!
No, did he press E? I can't believe it.
No!
I'm speaking about step 6 and 7 and he hasn't even done step 1. Oh, no.
He didn't have auto pull out. Oh no.
You could have just pressed E. E is like 3.5 seconds, which is another. I thought he was gonna go for that. The way he was moving, it looked like he knew that. And on top of that, no ways. Should have planted in front, like I suggested. Either way, that sucks. It sucks to Terry Esports, WRG. Pick up the 7th, and on top of that, we've lost a man towards middle. Bro, this is crazy. Terry Esports must be having nightmares and PTSD. Look at that. Mom, there's 3 pushing up middle. Taz is gonna try to do his best. Oh no, WRG are tearing them a new one.
Yeah.
Okay, Spazza once again.
Yeah, if you this man, he's doing all the work on his shoulders. I mean, he got 4 frags in the previous round. Almost netted that ace there, I think it was. It was insane. Absolutely insane. But yeah, we see Deadshot getting this off angle, and I don't think he's got any chance here. Oh, he does. Excuse me. He's wiser to it. P&D there with the closing frag, and 8-0. Yeah, clinical stuff coming out of them. But again, I just can't stop thinking about that round. That was so. It would have been money. It would have been that guy's round made. He could have probably got picked up by another team if he had won that.
Hypothetically, he wins that round due to WRG losing multiple members. They would have been at their last buy and they could have broken the economy and strung 4 rounds, and this game completely, it looks different. It looks like comebacks on the hands, and Panda picks up the first. Quite a common angle. The P90 comes up with Tristan. He's got 50 bullets to work with. That's what I love about the P90. Very underrated and underutilized. But he's going to get traded out eventually. 4 versus 2. And look, the Des did ask for a quick, aggressive, fast game. And asking you shall receive. Asking you shall receive. It's excessive.
Absolutely, and yeah, brutal force being applied here. White Rose Gaming really don't care. No respect, and I mean, this is unfortunately how the games go at a higher level. I mean, you come to a big tournament such as this, you expect to see great Counter-Strike coming off in the playoffs, and obviously you're going to have your top teams that are looking to make an absolute statement, looking to get through to the later stages of the tournament and get their hands on that beautiful prize money coming out of this LAC. So White Rabbit 9-0 now. It's a really big lead, Tools. And I was saying 16-4, and even that's looking like a high expectation out of Terra Esports, considering they haven't got one on the board.
Yeah, and just for context sake for the viewers, WRG is indeed a top 4 team in South Africa. So I know you can see them a bit loose in the way they play, running around, packing around in a bit. But I think they just here to have a bit of fun and work off the rust from the holiday season. I think when we get deep into the tournaments, you'll start to see a more serious version of WRG. So for now, I think they're just getting the mechanics nice and waxed up and making sure they can hit some shots and really limit testing themselves. But they're getting punished. They're getting punished for it. They always end up winning the round, which is sad to say the least. But it is what it is, 2 versus 2. Goals, what this feels like. This feels like 2014 Energy Esports versus Fnatic. Flusher running up middle and catching us.
Yeah, it's just
wild.
This is rough, man. Yeah, you try and jiggle peak middle, get killed by J-Dubs. There's not much you can do. Not much you can do. But yeah, it's certainly a display of just superior Counter-Strike knowledge, mechanics. I mean, all round. But there's a close round, and again, it speaks to your point earlier. You were saying that the White Rabbits might go down with some of these overzealous and overconfident kind of pushes. But again, it's coming down to the wire. That was as close as it got. And let's be honest, wasn't really close. They were in T-spawn. So, I mean, 10-0 now. Terra Esports. Oh, tough sight, man. At this point, you just want to try and get one on the board so that you don't have that egg.
Yeah, and I like this approach. Let's just all gather up towards the A site. Maybe get one palace and just exec and move in and get the trades. At least the bomb down for starters and work your way from there. Even moving through the A ramp, there's an AK and that's the first kill on the board. Deadshot caught unawares, and the smokes have landed. So this is the approach that I love. And they're gonna go balls to the wall. Old New pushing stairs, get straight up by Tristan. CT spawn is open though, shortly about to be taken up by, I think, Tristan. No, it's destroyed in fact. So man advantage from Terra Esports. The first time they can proudly look it around and say, this is ours to lose, boys. And awesome. Pushing on through versus 3. And moving in ever so slightly. Awesome moving in, the rest of the gang coming in through. The smoke, there's no smoke for the bomb, but the Straight is standing nice and tall. He's flipping left and right, dodging and weaving and landing all the headshots destroyed. God damn, lad. Really trying to get the boys home early for a second dinner.
Yeah, wow, man. Looks like 4Gens went to the coast and he carried on practicing his bots. Incredible stuff.
Yeah.
Looked so clean, so crisp, so clinical, just on point there. Insane stuff from Destroyed. That was really impressive. And ultimately, he has the timeout. I mean, look, I love you boys, but too late. I agree, Tools. You were reading my mind. Guys, they're pushing us everywhere. What are we going to do?
Guys, I want everyone to process 11 rounds and where did we go wrong. You see, that's the point of attack pools. You want to be able to cut up 4 or 5 rounds at a time, dissect them, analyze them, and come with the strap in the 6th round. Whereas if it's 11, you pretty much, you left in the dust, left in the wind.
Yeah, I mean, I think a critical part about analyzing those 5 rounds that you've just kind of, messed up or thrown in the bin is to talk about the next 5 rounds that you've got, and you need to make a plan to get, rounds back. And here they've only got 4 left. And from my experience, when things are this bad, like there's nothing on the airwaves, and sometimes just rush B. Like that's all that happens.
Yeah.
But we see here numbers towards middle. They are establishing this mid control. I like this, a change of pace here, a little bit of confidence coming out of Terra Esports. Maybe that round gave them what they needed, but surely all these sound cues are being heard by Panda. He's calling that B rush. He's already communicated it over to his team. Beautiful frags there towards middle, but the trades are not going their favor on the actual sites. It is a 3 versus 3 situation, and now the bomb is coming up, pouring into the site. Now, Tools, I mean, I hate to say it, but the last round you said it was the closest round that they were going to win. This is certainly feeling like a closer one, and Old New, and he gets dinked, but gets the frag, and now the retake is coming in. Flash comes through. They push through. First frag goes their way. It's all up to Tristan. He gets a spot on the first player, but now they're going to peek him. He gets one, but it is not enough. Finally, Terra Esports.
There we go.
Map. I mean, excuse me, put a round on the board and have pulled the
basically a map. Yeah, you win one round, 11. Yo, 11 to 1, that's a map. Boys, we won. GG. But yeah, they escaped the egg. The daunting egg, which is great. And now they need to string 3 more together. And yeah, it was attack pause, moment of silence. No one said anything. 3 seconds left, boys, rush B. And it worked. Or split B, and it worked. Now they're just going for the lowest approach. This is a different way of taking middle. I like it. It's different. But the Awesome's going to call it up. And there we go. It's going to be destroyed. And Awesome. I mean, Tristan and... Oh, man. Everything. Everybody dead. Let's play a game. It's called Die. That's last member alive. There's just too many, man. It's just too many. 19 HP. He needs some clean headshots, but... Look at the desperation at his escape their goals.
Yeah, he just wants to survive and try and punish them. It's a strat will certainly work, but now he's off back to A surely. Nope, doesn't have a jump. Tries to take the fight. P&D takes him out. 12 to 1 now. Little bit of money in the bank here. Might have to drop one. Gun over does the old new.
At least they're picking up frags now, right? I think that they'll be happy about that. You go away and it's not too bad of a KD each player. They've pretty much thrown
like
every strat they have at the wall and nothing came right.
Yeah, I was gonna say it must be pretty demoralizing after the pause as well. You throw the pause, you win the round, and then just back at the L's. So did we do something right? Did they do something wrong? We don't really know. There's a flank coming on here with a shotgun, and how does he get a headshot from that far? That was disgusting. But yeah, you can just see this is White Rabbit Gaming here, just really showing the individual prowess, the mechanical skill, the disparity in the 2 skill levels of these 2 teams. And the reason why they're one of the best and one of the most formidable teams in the country. In South Africa, a strong Counter-Strike region. We heard the Des talking earlier. This is one of the teams that would contend to go up against the likes of NASA. We, of course, know very well what that means. The caliber of that team, certainly a strong force in the Middle Eastern region, certainly put quite a few rounds against some big teams on the international stage. So all of these top South African teams are going to have them in their crosshairs.
Yeah, it's quite nice to see the build up towards that, right? The qualifiers and the playoffs, you get to see the prospects for the next edition of this tournament potentially. And at the same time, you really get to see who's the best in Africa. So, unfortunately, it's not going to work out for Terra, but they're making a strong case that things could change. But Deadshot, just a quick peek with that AWP. Needs to land more shots because the A side is getting overrun. The Batman works out, but it doesn't. It wasn't it, and that's going to be 14 to 1. White Rabbit Gaming. Trailblazing. Tristan, 21 kills. God damn. It's a 3 KD. That looks good.
Yeah. That's an active middle kind of position. You play middle and the opposing team misses all their mid smokes, you're definitely going to punish and get a lot of frags. So, yeah, huge round for him. And I mean, a huge half for him. And yeah, White Rabbit Gaming 14 to 1 here. I mean, they need this pistol, Terra Esports. If there's anything, I've said it many times before in these one-sided games, but it's like, you certainly do need that.
Oh no, this
Had the pistol
2014 goals. It's the 2014 spoof strat.
Oh, but it's falling really short.
Too short.
No, they
Way too short. I mean,
yeah, he tucked in nicely there in CT. He wasn't convinced at all. 3 quick frags. It's the only part of the strat that sucks. You send this giant bait. What happens if nothing happens there? And now it's only destroyed here with these dual elites.
the Sheriff.
Comes away down on sight. He gets spotted towards CT. Beautiful little shot there. Sheriff is in town, but not able to make anything of it there. No bomb plant. All the Rabbits crazy play. I love the calls of P&D there. It's
That was so crazy
stuff, really, and I love it. I got to commend him. I'm doing it maybe 2 years later.
Yeah, I guess that's the reason why that strat stays in 2014. It's very rare that works, and like it's gotten to the point now where those are the strats that they're using in matchmaking, and everyone's aware of it. So little trickle down of information.
Who did you credit for that strat? Because as far as I was concerned, one of the guys that did that the most was Craig. Absolutely, he's
Craig Halley.
Send the team over. Yeah.
That's like how if you lose like that, you trigger it because you're aware of it as well.
Yep.
So yeah. Oh no.
Oh, no.
Eagles across the
Oh,
board
no.
delivering spades.
Oh. It's also
That's
another strat from
very
back in the day.
smart.
Just deagle everybody.
Everybody by dig, spread wide, and land your shots. That's an order.
It's exactly what happened,
As,
yeah.
I mean, best case scenario, he picks up 1-2 kills, gets that money, buzz, or drops this gun, buzz another one. At this point, you gotta try risk it. There's a kid there. Risk the ninja. Risk the ninja. This is brilliant, actually. Please don't check him. No, they checked him. The shotgun, even. My goodness. Really rubbing the salt in the wound. That's match point and plenty match points to play with the Rabbits. I wouldn't be surprised if they throw in the most quirky stretcher. Everybody by scouts, P90, rush down middle, rush B. I want to see a strat where there's 10 flashes popping over B. That's what I want to see. Everybody's blind, including your teammates.
Yo,
There you go, 5-man down middle. No smokes. Sound of pure confidence oozing through their veins. While there's a 5-man ace stack towards Ace up and Terry Esports making it work. It's almost there, but no. Blink and you'll miss. It's 16-2 White Rabbit Gaming. A dominant performance, a strong performance, and yeah, there's nothing much to say about that. It's just Terry Esports just swimming in the deep end, playing with the Sharks when they should be in the kiddies pool with floaters. But yeah, unfortunately, commiserations to them. Congratulations to WRG. And yeah, looking forward to see what they have in the future. You'll not see them play like that. But Goals, what do you think of that matchup?
I think it's so funny with that analogy. It's so on point. I mean, it is a bit of a big fish, small pond type of thing. And I think White River Gaming are clearly showing they are one of the top teams in South Africa. They really came to shop today. You could see that they were kind of demanding or making Terra Esports kind of earn that respect. And there wasn't really any earn. They carried on pushing them right to the end of the game and just continually basically relied on the individual skill and experience to just get them over the line. If there was ever a team that really didn't show any of their strats to save it for the later stages of the tournament, that was for the desk. But I mean, from me, that's all for now, Torzy.
Yeah, they're just saving strats for the finals, but we're going to throw it over to the desk. Good luck breaking that down.
Thank you so much, Goals in Lighter. That was White Rabbit Gaming versus Terra Esports. And it seems like, Sammy, we got your wish. We got that fast-paced game that we were hoping for. Before we get to analyzing the game, let me remind you guys one more time about the $50 that is up for grabs to be added to your Steam wallet. All you have to do is go on gaming.lenovo.com. You can either post a clip from the broadcast or you can go and vote for your favorite team. And while you're there, make sure you check out for some other offers. All right, Sammy, how happy are we?
Very excited. A one-sided game. I mean, White Rabbit proved to us, I don't know who was the T side. Maybe the city became the T side all of a sudden. They start pushing middle. There's a new bomb site in middle. I don't know.
Well, Terra did manage to get that one round, correct? Maybe
Two rounds.
2 rounds, excuse me. They got the 2 rounds, but unfortunately they couldn't make it work. Terra,
White Rabbit is actually better than them in terms of skill-wise, team-wise. So
Logo-wise.
hard luck.
logo-wise.
Hard luck, to be honest, with Terra Esports. Kudos. However, White Rabbit really
Dominated in
dominated the game. Yeah,
They,
one-sided affair.
they really did dominate, and you did get your wish about getting that fast-paced game that the Rabbit was going to offer us. But before we continue, let's just take a look at the progress that we've had so far. ATK Academy versus Nibble Hayes. ATK Academy coming out on top, securing a spot against Regicide Gaming. And we had Regicide Gaming win against Illicit Esports, and the game that we just witnessed, White Rabbit Gaming versus Terra Esports. So they're going to be playing against either Royalty or Nabi. So I don't know about you guys. I don't know if White Rabbit Gaming has a chance, assuming that Nabi will win, because Royalty is not a team to be looked down on either.
Yep, Royalty is really good actually.
So
It's gonna be a tough matchup for both of them. Royalty and Nabi gonna battle it out, and they're gonna face White Rabbit Gaming. So it's gonna be a tough bracket, tough group.
is definitely going to be a tough call. And I know Nabi is one of your favorites.
Yeah.
Do you think that White Rabbit Gaming has any chance of winning? I mean, they proved themselves to be quite the skillful players, the fast paced players, the aggressive players. And that's something that you said that this region was lacking. And they proved that, they have it all. They have the mindful tactics, they have the skills. Do you think they have a chance against Nabi?
At this point, it can go both ways. At this point, you're at one best of ones playoffs. So until you reach the best of three series, it's gonna be really whoever causes the mistake will lose the game. So now it's a game of a mental warfare of mistakes. Whoever makes the mistakes is gonna lose because it's best of one. Remember, you lose, you're out. Until you reach best of three, where you're in your own comfort zone, you know that you're really good. You have a good wide map pool. Right now, you're in a bit of danger. Like Nabi, we have praised them. We said really good things about them, but they don't deny the fact that they can lose at any point in the best of one. Any surprise can happen. Right now, Terra and White Rabbit, one surprise, 16-2, fast paced. Imagine Nabi played against them and they lost that same way. You see? So there is a lot of surprises here in best of ones. So it's gonna be tough, really. It's really tough until you reach the semifinals.
That's true. We do have very strong teams right now, so it only depends on who's going to make that mistake. And speaking of which, let's go and check out the individual player's score. And perhaps we can analyze the game a bit further. Seeing the scores, we have White Rabbit Gaming leading with 24 kills from Tristana, and Terra Esports Old New leading with 13 kills. What do you think about the scoreboard?
I mean, Tristana had a really good game. Tristana and Awesome, they had really, really good games, as well as PND. But let's not deny the fact. I mean, Terra was not ready for them. They might not. They are not in the same skill level as White Rabbit. However, will they be able to show us that kind of gameplay in the quarterfinal? That is the real question.
I feel like you're still having doubt over White Rabbit Gaming, even though we saw
Not doubt,
them.
because see, they have not faced a real test right now.
Mhm.
The team that they have beat, yes, they have won. However, I want to see them against a team who can give them a hard time. That is the real test. Then my doubts will go.
All right. Well, do you have any other comments to say about Terra Esports? Is there anything that they could have worked on that would have changed the outcome of the game?
I mean, hard luck to them, but they really need to focus on their individual gameplay more and their team play in general. Need to work a little more harder because see, White Rabbit came prepared. They're prepared to play in a tournament. They're prepared to play a high level game. So Terra need to actually prepare themselves more better next time. Uh, Practice more, invest more time into the game, and they should be on the right track.
All right. Well, I'm going to do something you might not agree with. I'm going to put Chiquito on the spot here and remind you that you had the prediction that Terra Esports was going to be taking the win. Do you still stand by what
I was
you
joking.
Oh, you can't say that.
No. I thought Terra would make a difference, but as what Sammy said, they weren't prepared. But I don't know. I feel like they were afraid of playing against White Rabbit, and you couldn't encounter the push. They were playing the positioning, and everyone was split into a different way, which I think it didn't help the team to do something against them. And really hard luck for them. And you should not think it of a step down. It should be like a step up that they participated in tournament, they reached to the playoffs. So I hope hard luck for them, and I hope they really improve their gameplay. And congratulations to White Rabbit. But I also want to say that White Rabbit should not underestimate the two teams, like whoever is gonna qualify, either Royalty or the what was the other
Nabi.
Nabi, because like as what I heard from Sami, that they are really one of the good teams in the league, and yeah, I hope for the best for them.
For sure, it is very commendable for anyone to reach this far into the game. Making it past the qualifiers is definitely a feat that is not easy, that needs hours and hours of practice and synergy with your teammates. So, definitely good job to both teams, both Terra Esports and White Rabbit Gaming. And with that, let us take another look at the prize pool and see what our players are competing for. We have $12,000 up for grabs for first place, $5,000 for second, and $3,000 for third place. We have a lot that we can get with this money. We can
A lot on
show
the line.
a lot on the line, not just the money, the reputation, the just the showing off, what's it called? What else? What else can we shoot? The legacy. Thank you. So it's not just about the money. Everything is on the line for our players. The players that don't have enough representation, and we really have to thank Legion by Lenovo for providing this platform, this tournament for our teams that may not be getting recognized otherwise. So we really do appreciate that we'll be able to be part of this tournament. And is there anything you guys would like to say before we close?
A good day. A lot of one-sided. I hope to see now really close-sided tomorrow.
How about you, Peter?
Yeah, congratulations to the winner. Hard luck for the losers, and I hope the teams who are gonna participate tomorrow, I hope they do really well and study the game, understand the game, practice together, prepare yourself. Don't underestimate your enemy, and I hope you guys reach wherever you deserve.
All right, thank you so much, analysts, for being with us today. And thank you so much, Goals in the Lighter, for the casting. It was a pleasure hosting today's tournament, and we'll be back tomorrow. So make sure you stay tuned, and we'll be back very, very soon.
This here, the cut for the smoke exists. He doubles up. Can he get the triple?